Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea, a strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older, please drink responsibly.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
the head basketball coach of the Pirates, Mike Schwartz. I've said, Coach, if East Carolina could send one athlete to the Olympics, I'd send RJ because he is the ultimate competitor. But he has really embraced being almost Mr. Pirate, being the face of this basketball team. Is that fair to say?
I love that you said that, Clip, and you made another great point. Not only him as a basketball player and as an athlete, but him as a person. And now I get to see him as a big brother because we have his brother Ladante Felton here.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Hey, you ought to see me in the summertime. Drop that, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, I missed the lunch meeting today.
I love Food Line's magazine section, and I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
That's nuts. I smash anybody's grandma.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Tell you what, I'm a turtle saver.
I don't like cocky Clip.
Where is Clip? Clip, what's up, dude?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM. In Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. And we'd love for you to hang out with us and be a part of the show today on Facebook Live and on YouTube. We're over on Facebook. Drop us a like there. Let us know what is on your mind on this Tuesday. And also, we are on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you'll know when we go live here, when the Brian Bailey Show returns, when the Holt Naylor Show drops a new ep, and you're going to be wanting to follow us on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV, because football season is here. East Carolina reporting today, the players, and practice begins on Wednesday. We'll have our first comments from Mike Houston coming up on Wednesday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. So subscribe, like, and be a part of our show. Coming up on the program, the Mully man, Mike Mullis, will join us coming up in the 4 o'clock hour. Major League Baseball trade deadline day. And some big news regarding a former Pirate, Connor Norby, is on the move. We'll tell you where he landed. coming up in just a moment, and talk about some other moves and what's going on in baseball. Gavin Williams started today for the Guardians. We'll tell you about his start in a moment as well. Also on today's program, Bryce Williams. What does he remember about Report Day and the early days of training camp? We'll talk about that and some Pirate football with Bryce on today's show. Shirley Rhodes is here, directly to my left side.
Strong side.
I got the Chan man, Chandler Honeycutt,
in the building.
Hello, Chan.
Hey, Clipper, how are you doing?
Fantastic.
Great.
And joining us far left, our coach.
You got plenty of room, Coach.
Mack McCarthy's here. Hello, Mack.
Hello, Clip, Mr. Chandler, Miss Shirley, and crew, Mark, and whoever else is in the building.
Mark's here, and that's it.
And that is all. Mack, always good to have you in here. You put a smile on my face.
I like coming in.
Yeah.
We generally have a good hour of fun.
Generally.
It's Jamie's favorite day of the week, according to him.
Mack, Mully, Bryce. Good lineup. We'll check in with the chat gang in a moment. Busy news day. Just a lot going on. I've caught a little bit of the Olympics fever. I've watched more yesterday and today than I did the previous days. And actually, USA basketball about to get underway. So I've been following a lot of Olympics today. And watched France avoid an upset.
France!
Earlier today. In overtime. They had a 4-point play with 10 seconds left to help them win that game. USA's taking on South Sudan, who they barely beat like a week or two ago. And today they're favored by 30 points.
My goodness.
So we'll see if Vegas knows what they're talking about.
That's nuts.
That is nuts, Coach Mack. All right, news of the day. Connor Norby.
You are a Miami Marlin.
The big fish down in Miami now. Connor Norby has been traded just a few hours after getting his first hit in Camden Yards. Of course, he had gotten hits. He had hit a home run. They were all on the road. Got his first hit at Oriole Park at Camden Yards last night, and then gets shipped off today, which is not a shock. We saw it coming. In fact, I said a week or two ago, will Connor Norby be playing his next Major League Baseball game for the Orioles or for another team? I was wrong. I said for another team, but it was because of an injury that Norby got called up, got put into the lineup for the Orioles here the last few days. But he has been traded to Miami as they go out and get a lefty starter.
Yeah, as we expected, he's on the move. We didn't expect him to be staying in Baltimore that long because of how stacked they are in their franchise and in their organization, in their minor leagues. And he heads south to Miami. And I will be seeing him. You will be seeing him a lot more now as Braves and Nationals fans. And he comes into the NL East. And we'll be playing against the Nats and the Braves. So, and I expect him to get a lot more playing time with Miami than he did in Baltimore.
I don't like it because it's a crap organization. I do like it because he should get a lot of playing time.
Yeah, I think we'll be seeing a lot more Connor Norby now that he's in Miami.
So did the Orioles get someone to help them with the...
Did they get the pitcher that
with the race? Was that the point of the trade?
They think they did. So they get Trevor Rogers. Let me look at his numbers on the year. He is a lefty. They love left-handed pitching coach in the majors. On the year, a 4.53 ERA. He's 2-9. Now, win-loss record is a bit overrated because maybe his offense isn't hitting. But, again, an ERA at 4.5. He's allowed 12 dingers this year. Bottom line is he's a left-handed starting pitcher. So they add one to the rotation there, get rid of Norby.
If you're a parent and you want your child to play baseball, being a left-hander is pretty smart, I would say, right?
I got a buddy who's got two good kids at baseball, and he, I think, half-jokingly said he was just going to teach him to be a left-handed long reliever, where he doesn't have to start, just kind of go eat up some innings and get big contracts, probably get one-year deals every year, and just get millions and millions of dollars.
I like it.
For 10, 12
years. It makes
sense.
sense.
Chandler, why can't I find this basketball game? Everything was going so well.
Don't ask me.
As far as easily finding stuff.
What time was the basketball game supposed to start?
I thought it was 3 o'clock. Am I wrong? Anyway, other news today. Gavin Williams, arguably his best start.
Have a day.
As a major leaguer. Now, only goes 5 innings. Pitch count got to 90, which is not bad. But again, he's just coming back. This is what, his 4th or 5th start? Something like that. 5 innings for Gav. 2 hits, no runs, 8 Ks, and only 1 walk. So a beautiful stat line for Gavin Williams today.
It seems like his appearances are getting shorter, but his performance are getting better. Because that first game back, he did struggle. But it seems like he's getting better and better each time out. And today, definitely one of the best, if not the best performance he's had since he's been in the big leagues for Cleveland. So congratulations to Gavin Williams. And only 5 innings pitched. He pitched the gym, 8 Ks. And only giving up 2 hits. So awesome to see former Pirate Gavin Williams get it done today. And they supported him offensively.
Kind of.
Sort ofly.
2 runs.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort ofly. 2's about the most he's asked for at this point. It's better than 1. It's better than 0. All right. So there is that. Other news and notes. Shirley, you got something? We got some gaff from earlier today.
Now the 1-2. He just stayed with it. Gasoline right up high. 8 strikeouts for Gavin Williams.
All right, there you go. Gavin Williams.
I'm not saying this is it, but can you go back just for a second?
Sure.
I saw basketball.
You recognize those flags?
No, not that one. And it's 3-on-3. Never mind.
I feel like such an old man. I'm usually really good with the remote and finding things. Oh, my God. Oh, no. No way. I may have made a major blunder.
Oh, buddy.
Did I make a major blunder?
Are you in the future?
Yes.
Are you back from the future?
Basketball schedule. USA, South Sudan coming up Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
My goodness.
Tough look for me. Tough look for me there, Jeff.
You're so excited to watch USA basketball that you thought it was a day earlier.
Man, I'm a moron.
I am a moron.
Does everybody seem more excited about the Olympics than usual to you all?
No, I really haven't been excited until today, really. I've just started watching it.
More people have asked me if I'm watching it than normal. And someone was speculating that it probably was just because it was in Paris.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's nice to have something on during the day, so I've been flipping around to different events. Also, gambling is legal in North Carolina for the first time ever during the Olympics. That could have something to do with it.
All those events? Every event?
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
What's the answer, Coach? Money.
And Facebook has boycotted the Olympics, so there's a lot of people not watching. So, I don't know.
What was their problem with what's going on?
Something about
okay. All right.
You don't have a Facebook page, Coach Mack?
Not a chance.
Hey, good for you.
I didn't even know it was. I've thought all these years it was Bookface. I had no idea it was Facebook.
Robert says, is Norby with the jumbo shrimp or the Marlins? I mean, I think he's. I don't know their second base situation, but I would think they're going to get him and play him. I would hope anyway. Let's check in with the chat gang real quick. Okay, Derek. Okay, Tyler. USA plays tomorrow.
You should have looked at that earlier.
This is one of my most embarrassing moments as a sports guy, John. In fact, any thoughts on revoking my sports guydom?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
I've known you for a long time. You're able to make some blunders like this.
Oh, wait. What are you saying?
Wow. What an endorsement.
I think what you mean is I've got enough good stuff in the bank where I can make a blunder.
You can afford.
The way it sounded, though, was I make these blunders often.
Oh, no.
That's what Mac took
You can afford to make a blunder like that.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's a mighty big blunder, though. But I appreciate it. Mac. Oh, let me check in with chat gang real quick. We've got Pike. I can't comment on TV, so I'm liking via phone. Pike has figured out how to work the YouTube
He's
on the
back
TV.
And forth.
So, Pike, we appreciate you watching, and we appreciate the like. Tyler says USA. Smash the like for America. There you go. Jerry says hello. Hello, Jerry. Pike says, why does it look like Coach Mack is calling in from a drive-thru? Calling in from a drive-thru. I don't know what that means. Perry, PJ says, football. Yeah, boy.
Boy!
Tyler said, how about the comeback in women's rugby? Did you see that, Mac?
I did not.
Oh, my goodness. Basically like a buzzer beater for USA. They go all the way down the field and beat Australia for the bronze, the women.
There was a lot of Heisman moves yesterday that I saw.
Yeah, it was 12-7, and I think it was less than a minute to go. And so Australia was just basically trying to kill time and keep them on their end of the field. And one of the players, I can't remember her name, but she's one of the star players for the U.S. rugby team, broke through and just went yard.
Yeah.
I mean, she just went the length of the field, and that gave them a chance to tie the game with 13 seconds left, and then you get what's equivalent to an extra point after, and that was pretty much it. And so that was the dagger.
First ever medal for USA women's rugby.
Did you have
rugby sevens?
I did not have that, Coach Mack, but I am very happy about it.
I'm currently watching the men's 800-meter free final. Right now, it appears to be.
Yeah, we'll get some swimming going in here.
Yeah, there's an American. His last name is Finke. I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing that right. It's Finke. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But anyway, he is in the hunt. He's currently in the
NFL playoff.
third place.
You can't say that.
What? In the
weeds. Well, remember the graphic? They kept changing the graphic.
They kept doing stupid names for in the hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Rick says, shout out to the former long snapper.
What's up, Rick?
Russell says, are y'all on radio in Greenville too? We are, Russell. Top of the show, I say. We're on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're also on 1250 and 930. So you can find us on radio if you don't like looking at our attractive faces. Derek says, oh, here we go. On video, Coach Mack looks like he's in a haze. Close the blinds. Trust me, we've been asking for that. Have we, Shirley?
Every week.
We've been asking for blinds. Get them one day. Jerry says Coach Mack must be like Bill Belichick. Well, hey, his wife listens. You're not dating a 25-year-old, are you?
On camera, Coach looks like he is sitting in a haze of smoke, like he came out of the tunnel and just came in and sat down. The smoke hasn't, cleared yet. That's what it looks like on camera. But
got my own opening here.
Yeah.
Coach Mack, Metallica here. We'll go that way.
Coach Mack hadn't dated a 25-year-old since he was 25. Fair to say?
Actually, since I was 24. My wife's a year older.
Oh, older gal.
I'm going to try something real quick, so just give me a second, okay?
All right. Per Paul's 8-year-old son, Connor could play second base, Jazz's old position. So Jazz Chisholm got traded to the Bombers, the Yankees.
Yeah.
And hit at least one home run, I think, in his debut, maybe two. Shout out to Paul's 8-year-old son for giving us the knowledge. I knew a lot more about everyday Major League Baseball lineups when I was 8 than I do today. I could name quite a bit of them, especially in the Braves division.
Yeah, I could name every starter for every team, but there were only 3 teams when I was.
All right, Mac. We tabled a discussion from last week. We need to break that table back out. And you said, what is your opinion of the football programs in the state of North Carolina? We have to talk App State and Charlotte. We talked Duke, Carolina, Wake, and NC State last week. Let's pick that discussion back up. Chon, Appalachian State. What feelings go through your bones when you think about their football program?
Well, it seems like we're playing them more and more now. And I feel like it's not a team to mess with. It's a team that's beat East Carolina twice in the past 3 years, one in Charlotte, one in Boone.
And kind of bullied us in those games.
And then we get a chance to see them at home for the first time since 2012, I believe. And those were successful in 2009, 2012, but this is a totally different program now. They found their way in the FBS. They're in the Sun Belt, one of the best teams in the Sun Belt. They've had great success under Sean Elliott the past few years, and now who is their coach? Is that him now?
He went to school there. Okay, that's him. Because they lost Drinkwitz, and the previous coach to that as well, Satterfield. Yeah.
So they've had coaches go there, kind of make their way up into different conferences, higher conferences. But it's definitely a team that I think that East Carolina, and I believe the players think this, is going to have to circle on their schedule this year. And I think their program is, and I went to their game last year when East Carolina went to Boone, and the facilities are just outstanding. I think that really does play a lot in recruiting there. So when it comes to App State, I think they are growing. They have grown over the years. They're continuing to grow, and they're going to be, a pain in the side for a lot of programs, including East Carolina.
They have not been to or won any major bowl games or anything like that, but I do have some numbers I want to talk about. Coach Mack, I'll ask you, have they exceeded expectations since going from FCS to FBS?
I think definitely.
I think so too.
Yeah.
And for people, do you care about bowl records, Sean? Is that an important
bowl records
for a team, for a coach, for a school? Are bowl games important to you?
I used to think so, but now I don't think I agree with that anymore.
Whether you believe it or not.
By the way, it's Sean Clark, not Sean Elliott.
Sean Elliott, great player for the Spurs and the Arizona Wildcats. What if I told you they were 5, 6, 7-1 in bowl games since joining FBS? Pretty dang impressive.
That's pretty impressive, yes.
They have finished tied for first in their conference, the Fun Belt, 4 times since joining the FBS. Lowest finished, by the way, 3rd. I mean, that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
They've beat down the Pirates twice in a row. They had College Game Day, right?
Yes, they had Luke Combs, who is a graduate of, well, no, he never graduated, but he went to school there. He was the guest picker that day.
There's also like a Carolina fan and probably a fan of everybody.
They've had game day there in Boone. So they've been able to show off their awesome campus facilities there on national TV. So, I think they're definitely have succeeded their expectations when they have transferred from FCS to FBS.
I mean, have they bypassed East Carolina as a football program? I'm going to say no, but one more butt whooping this year in Daddy Ficklin Stadium, I'm about ready to go ahead and say yes. We are playing for program prestige and pride this year, John.
Yeah. I think they have caught up thanks to East Carolina's lack of success in the past 6 years, despite the 2022 season. And then obviously last season was not good. The 3 years with Coach Mo, I think they've had a chance to catch up, and they have caught up. Have they caught up parallel to East Carolina? I don't think so, but it's like you said, could this game this year at home at Daddy Ficklin Stadium kind of tell, hey, do they jump the gun of East Carolina? Or can East Carolina dominate like they did back in 2009, 2012?
And it's hard to
put them back in their place.
Hard to do program rankings. How would you answer that, Coach Mack?
I was sitting here thinking as you all were talking, and of course they've won at every level, but East Carolina has a much more stellar long-term history because they've been Division I. They weren't FCS back in the day. Appalachian has won at every level, but my answer to that would be Appalachian has a higher floor. They're never going to be bad. But I think East Carolina still has a higher ceiling than Appalachian.
I love talking floors and ceilings. All right, so Phil Steele going into the year has Appalachian State 64th in his power poll. East Carolina 86. So again,
64th would put them ahead of some P4 teams.
You want me to name a few? Virginia. Are you upset to know that? No, not at all.
I don't care about Virginia.
Wake Forest, we've talked about. Michigan State, BYU, Arizona State, Duke, Houston, and that might be about Vanderbilt, Mississippi State. So
is that the ranking for this year or the overall?
That is his power poll, which he has Memphis, the top-ranked team in his power poll, I believe, from the AAC, but does not have them winning the league. It's basically roster and how good he thinks the teams are roster-wise, talent-wise.
Right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Going into the year.
Not the value of the program overall.
No, this is his 2024 power poll.
Gotcha.
So, and I was going to look and see if I could find real quick G5 teams that he has ahead of App State, which would be UTSA at 56, Liberty at 52, Memphis at 45, and then Boise's got to be somewhere 39, and that's got to be it. So
yeah, and you know the way we talked about it last week was the program in general, the feelings, not specifically how they were going to do this season necessarily. Right.
But I think we said some pretty glowing things about Appalachian State. John Moody, and boy, this hurt for him to type this. He said they have passed us. We're okay. We got to. This game this year is important for this year and for the program conversation, I think. I think it's a huge game. We can't lose again to App State. Go, John, you go.
Outside the Michigan win, which they were FCS then.
Yeah.
Since being Division I, like what wins have they had that sticks out to you? They almost beat Carolina, which it was a wild one in Boone a couple years ago.
They played Miami at home, but I think Miami won the game.
Yeah, I don't know if they have, and maybe people can find, but I don't know.
But you look back at what
who cares about signature wins? They're winning 11, 10, 9, 11, 13.
Yeah, I know they played Miami. They played at Tennessee really good, but I don't think they won the game.
Did they play A&M?
Yes.
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
They beat A&M.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ding, ding.
And here's another thing that will probably be in favor of what John Moody said, is that they've only been in the FBS for so long. How long has it been? 2010-ish? 11-ish?
14.
So there you go. East Carolina's been Division I for a long time. We've had signature wins, but in this short period of time, they have had so much success.
In the last 10 years.
In the last 10 years, they've had consistent winning records, and they're going on the road and beating the SES team in Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's why I think you can still say the ceiling is still higher here, but certainly the floor. They are just never bad. Like you said, their worst year is finishing third in the Sun Belt, and that. They hit the ground running. I mean, they didn't have a period of time to get up to speed. They were up to speed the very first year.
And look, another thing too, talking about the coaches, I think we've talked about this before, but East Carolina has never really had a coach at the head coaching position. Of course, we had Lincoln Riley go to Oklahoma. We've never had a head coach take a step up. Yeah. Now, you did have Skip Holtz go to South Florida.
Yeah,
but
Lewis.
Outside
Lewis
of him,
went to Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech, but I'm talking about in the last 10, 15 years. Yeah. In the last 10 years, they've had two coaches, Satterfield and Drinkwitz, go up into the SEC.
But again,
SEC and SEC.
That's the recent stuff. I mean, you had Coach Dye go to Wyoming and Auburn, and you have had coaches go here from to other programs.
Yeah, I'm saying in the last 10, 15 years here at East Carolina.
Jack says, first of all, Russell says they beat South Carolina. And John said they beat North and South Carolina, and then he and Scott mentioned A&M, which I finally remembered. Clip said it's 7-1 in bowl games. How many years back do we have to go for 8 bowl games? And what's that record? Yeah, I'll Google it up, but it'll take a little while. Jack says, guys, is there any way we can join the ACC ever? It's crazy to me. Teams from California and Texas are being added, but we aren't considered. It really must be all about money, not about location. Well,
yeah, it is.
On that one. Jack, there is a way we can join the ACC. And that would be if North Carolina, Florida State, Clemson, Duke, NC State. I'll keep Wake Forest in. Did I mention Clemson? If all those teams leave and go to the Big Ten and the SEC and the Big 12, then we can join the ACC with the likes of App State and Lenoir-Rhyne. My point is, we're not going to join a big-time ACC. It's not going to happen.
I was about to say it'll be watered down and they need an ice cube, so they put East Carolina in.
Yeah. Coach Mack, as a Virginia Tech guy, do you remember what it was like for the Hokies to get in the ACC? Was there a welcome mat put out by Virginia or pushback by the Cavaliers?
One of the few things that Coach Holland told me that was dead wrong, we were having this conversation right about the time it was going to happen. He said, there is no way Virginia Tech will ever get in the ACC. And
he was saying that while he was at Virginia, or thinking that way.
Yeah, because he was, I mean, that's the way everybody else thought. But he didn't count on the politicians getting involved, Governor Mark Warner, and saying, okay, you can vote against Virginia Tech, but you will receive no funding going forward from the state of Virginia. So that made it easy for them to change their vote from Syracuse to Virginia Tech.
Okay, so there's what we need.
And they played in the championship game for their first 5 years in the league.
When you vote this November, ask what candidate is going to help ECU get into the ACC.
There you go.
And that's where your vote should lie. Tyler said ACC going to have to be desperate to stay alive for us to get an invite. Yeah, very true. Russell says thoughts on the Charlotte program. Russell, could you hang on, buddy?
Yeah,
we're going to get there.
Talking about the league, and I've been living this since I got here because the realignment and conference expansion has been going on. And one of my main duties was to study these things about the impact, financially, travel, all those kind of things when I moved into administration. And of course the focus is all wrong. The focus is, what do we have to do to win? Winning will take care of everything. And just like, 10 years ago, Virginia Tech would have been the first ones mentioned, in conference expansion, but they picked a bad time to be mediocre at football. Yeah. And East Carolina can say the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, that is true, but I do think there's got to be stuff you can do behind the scenes to set yourself up for
win.
All right. W-I-N.
Win.
3 letters. Win. If ECU could win in basketball, I think that would help us out more than people think. I know football drives everything, but
the Pirates are down in the Bahamas getting better.
Yeah. That's good. Talked to Mike Schwartz last Thursday, Coach. He should go into preaching or something after he's done coaching because he made me a believer.
Is he good?
Yeah. He got me back up. I was on the deck. They were counting me out 9, and I got up, and I said, you know what? We got a guy. We got a coach.
A lot of people that I really like Mike Schwartz.
I think he is doing all he can. And I shouldn't even say think. I know he is. But do I think it'll work? No, just because I've been here too long. I won't get fooled again. We need to take a break. That was a long opening segment. More with Coach Mack when we return. We'll talk our thoughts on Charlotte. We'll do a flip through. And more of your great questions and comments as well. Chat Gang bringing it here on a Tuesday. We appreciate you. And we've got more for you after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. It's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're #1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Stock up and save during Bostic Sugg Furniture's Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout. We're clearing out inventory, and that means some of our lowest prices of the season. Save store-wide. Plus, find a huge selection of furniture closeouts, clearance items, floor samples, and more. Slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. Save on tons of mattress closeouts and floor models, too. Plus 6 months financing during the Summer Stockpile Warehouse Closeout going on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership. Savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
The Holton Ehler Show.
ECU quarterback Caden Hauser.
The season's about here, getting ready for camp. How do you feel going in, kind of finishing the summer and then going into camp?
I feel really good. I feel like as a team, as an offense, we're really coming together, really tighten the bolts, if you will, just getting everybody ready for camp. So I'm excited to get rolling on camp, but summer's been going really well, really been progressing. So
The Holton Ehler Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman from ECU Baseball. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Tuesday. Clip Brock, Shirley Rhodes, Mack McCarthy, Chon's here, Ryan Mully, Wings Over Greenville fame. Inside the Pirate Radio studios. No wings, Coach Mack.
I like wings.
Yeah, wings are good. Well, nah, we're good. We're good. We're fat enough. Maybe next week. All right, top stories today. Connor Norby traded to the Marlins. Gavin Williams, great start. And the Guardians knock off the Tigers 5-0. Also saw on Pirate Radio social media that John Gilbert gave a football season ticket update and had us, I believe, at 14K. Let me make sure I have that number right. Let's see. Well, no, I don't see it.
That was the number.
It was?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's why Mack's here, to let me know what the deal is. Also, we are counting down the days till ECU football season and the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. Get your tickets, Coach Mack. We hope to see you there hanging out with the VIPs.
I have been there before.
Okay. That doesn't sound too promising about this year.
When is it? What is the date?
It is 2 days before the kickoff. So let's say August 29th at the State Theater. 29th. Going to have, oh, yeah, you got a football game, don't you?
I don't know.
You got a football that weekend? Should Have Been Cowboys will be playing. Our special guest will be Blake Prohl also performing. And it's going to be a fun night with a lot of Pirate fans. So looking forward to that coming up 2 days before East Carolina kicks it off with Norfolk State.
I am in Nashville.
There you go.
I am. You're right about that.
Let's see. Tyler says our basketball program has gone downhill ever since Christianberry. Oh, wow. We are going back.
That's hardcore right there.
Going back a little ways. Jerry says, I do find it interesting Virginia Tech got in the ACC despite being in a medium-sized TV market, Lynchburg, Roanoke. I guess one of the Virginia Tech's big deal, along with the political stuff we talked about, is they made that leap to the Big East. Kind of left East Carolina and some others behind back then.
Yeah, and they get credit for DC and Tidewater TV wise and that kind of thing. But again, and I meant to bring this up when we were talking about App. That they're in such a small, remote town, no airports nearby, that kind of thing, and really the same thing with JMU, and they have both done fine. And of course, when you look at the base of the SEC is all small towns with, there's no commercial air service into Auburn, or I don't think there's any into Tuscaloosa or Starkville or Oxford, and that kind of works in football in some ways. Although every time you start talking about expansion, you start talking about TV markets and that kind of thing. But I think it's just like people hunting an excuse not to do something.
Yeah. On that note, Jerry says, does Coach Mack believe that size of a TV market matters when it comes to conference affiliation? I feel like it was a huge buzzword, in the early big realignment days, but I don't hear it as much now.
Yeah, what is the TV market for Notre Dame? And in terms of local TV market, obviously they have a national.
NBC's pretty good.
They have a national following. That's probably a bad example, but I think it goes through different things. But again, winning kind of trumps everything.
Yeah, how about the academic part? Like, why is Stanford and Cal in the ACC now?
Well, I do think that, certainly academics played a part in that. And, the ACC is not exclusively AAU members like the Big Ten is or was, but before Nebraska lost their standing. But still, there are quite a few really good schools in the, from Carolina to Miami to Virginia to, and on and on. There are, some highly rated academic schools. I don't want to leave anybody out, but still quite a few. And it does matter some. I think it mattered when the ACC didn't consider West Virginia, for example, and of course they turn right around and add Louisville. So I'm not sure it was the deciding factor, but money and winning seem to have a bigger impact than TV markets in my mind.
Let's talk Charlotte football and their program. And I'm going to be careful with what I say here, because to me, winning is everything. To the victor goes the spoils. We can talk about Charlotte having a small stadium, or they don't belong in the American, or their head coach is a laughingstock. Bottom line, they beat East Carolina last year. So there's only so much you can say without kind of looking dumb yourself. But, I would say I don't think this overall Biff Poggi thing is going to work. A lot of transfers, it just feels like an experiment. They go 3-9 overall last year. One of those wins was a 10-7 game. If you want to call it a game, it was gross. The matchup against East Carolina. I don't know how much staying power they have. Now, Mack, as far as maybe you know more of the money side and backing side and things like that. How sustainable do you think Charlotte football as a program will be?
Yeah, this is a really interesting one because of the fact that they have no history of it. They're starting from scratch, but so did UAB, and now they've gotten to the point where they're at least competitive and mentioned, and and in a different decent league and all that kind of thing. So it can be done. The ace in the hole for Charlotte is Charlotte. The fact that the city is there, the banking center is there, there's a ton of money there. People are moving there. It's growing like crazy. The school itself is growing like crazy. If they have a committed administration from the top down, you got to like their chances of maybe having success, but they still do have to have the right guy in that seat over there on the sideline.
Well,
not a seat, is it?
He might have one over there. He's doing things different.
In the headset.
I always hear ECU should be better in basketball, being from the state of North Carolina and all that. Charlotte has had, some trips to the tournament and stuff. I feel like they should be consistently better than they've been in basketball.
Well, they were for a long time. They were really.
When are we talking?
80s, 90s. They were good for a long time. They had Lee Rose there. They had Jeff Mullins there. They had the guy that interviewed here did a great job there. He was at Pfeiffer first. I can see him. Lutz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby
Lutz.
Bobby.
And they have been good, and they've been consistently good. And then they hit a rough patch with some bad hires and that kind of thing, and they've slipped off the radar a little bit. But they can point to their past just like ECU points to their past in football.
Well, do you agree that today they should be better than they are? Or?
I don't think football we have enough sample size.
I'm talking basketball. Right
basketball, they absolutely should be better.
Okay.
Yeah, they absolutely should be better.
And football, do you think Biff will be a winner there before he leaves?
I don't know. He's such a strange fella, and he doesn't fit the blueprint, but neither did the guy that put Coastal Carolina on the map.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't rule it out.
All right, Mack McCarthy here. We're playing a little bit of catch-up, so let's take another break. We'll come back and have more with Coach Mack McCarthy, Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live. The hour really flies by. We've got more for you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week with live music.
It's another great lineup this week at The Buck. On Wednesday night, enjoy an acoustic performance by Eric Dunlow and Jake Mitchell. On Thursday, enjoy line dancing and karaoke. On Friday, it should have been Cowboys. And on Saturday, it's the Jake Sutton Band.
As always, ladies and free all weekend. Finish off the week with cornhole starting at 3 p.m. on Sundays. Y'all come get bucked up.
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. Freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. Experience the ultimate movie magic with their Elite experience. The Elite Theater has the largest screen in Greenville, state-of-the-art 4K laser projection, immersive Dolby Atmos sound, and heated luxury recliners. And coming soon, Eastern North Carolina's only IMAX theater. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Looking for physical therapy near you? Have you had orthopedic surgery, a work or sports injury, or a medical condition that has limited your day-to-day activities? At ENC Physical Therapy, we strive to provide one-on-one care with a personalized treatment plan with little to no wait times for initial evaluation. ENC Physical Therapy is located in Washington, a convenient 20-minute drive from Greenville. As a patient, you have options and the right to choose where to go. So give ENC Physical Therapy a call today at 252-495-0018. ENC Physical Therapy.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
It's bow time. When you combine the bold taste of a Bojangles Chicken Supreme with dill pickles, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and a toasted bun that's great on the go, you get Bo's Bird Dog. In fact, you can grab 2 of them for $5, available for a limited time only. It's bow time. It's bow time. When you combine the bold taste of a Bojangles Chicken Supreme with dill pickles, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and a toasted bun that's great on the go, you get Bo's Bird Dog. In fact, you can grab 2 of them for $5, available for a limited time only. It's bow time.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers. In this football season, when the fourth quarter ends, join me and the Pirate Radio team on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show.
How'd you think the Pirates looked? What positives did you take away? What negatives? We'll talk about it all. 317-1250 is the number.
I'm excited about taking your calls and breaking down ECU football games all season long.
There's local politics, bud.
Game days will never be the same, so join us here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Pirate Radio. Life's good, and why wouldn't it be?
Drink up me, Aussie Joe Ho.
I'm a pirate after all. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? Copy Pro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year, and they are in need of sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a 6-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Mac, do you like Paul Feinbaum?
I have dealt with Paul Feinbaum for a long time. He was a writer when I was at Auburn, and therefore I know a lot of his history. He and I get along, but I'm not a fan, no.
I just saw a headline that said Paul Feinbaum's 2 elimination games in college football this year. He says, I think Ole Miss at LSU and Alabama at LSU, those games are going to eliminate people. Those are 2 of the biggest games of the year that I don't think anybody is really focused on. That is such a radio thing to say. That, you know, folks, bear with me here, but I think Chiefs-Bills is going to be a big matchup in the NFL, and I don't feel like anybody's saying that. That's like what radio people say, like, I'm smarter than you. I've thought of this and nobody else has.
He is such a clickbait guy now, and of course I think he was as a writer too, to be honest. But like 2 weeks ago, he said Colorado and Coach Prime are absolutely irrelevant in college football. Last week he said that Prime is absolutely the guy that should replace Lincoln Riley.
And God bless these people like him, Colin Cowherd, because they do that all the time. They'll say, Dak stinks, and then say Dak's the best quarterback in the NFC, and a week apart, and people will put these two together and say, hey, look at these phonies, and it doesn't matter. They rake in the millions, and good for them. I wish I was doing the same.
He is absolutely raking in millions,
but
for sure.
it is crazy that you can just kind of throw out whatever and have no conviction whatsoever.
And he's the greatest hype machine ever for the SEC. And of course, he came along at a good time where they were good, and Auburn and Alabama had some classic games and that kind of thing. But hey, like you said, bless his heart.
Derek says, as Mack says, it's about the money, and Biff has the money.
He does. He does. Yeah.
Kind of bankrolling his own way.
We haven't seen any results of that, but you certainly can.
PJ shouts out Cedric Cornbread Maxwell. Well, sure. Charlotte was good, went to the Final Four then, but that was 19 what?
Yeah, that was in the
70 something.
Yeah, that was in the 70s. But they've been good since then, and consistently good until just recently.
Jack says, I feel like the ACC should have added ECU, App State, and UConn instead of Cal, Stanford, and SMU.
Yeah, television wasn't paying for that.
Which is somewhat funny to me, because does anybody really care about Stanford and Cal?
I mean, they both have great histories. You want to live in the past like a lot of folks do. They have a great.
The band is on the field.
They have a great history.
Hell, UConn should have been attractive to the ACC the way they're winning basketball championships. But.
Yeah, and their football, if it had been any good at all.
What are they doing right now, Mac? Stay in Big East, and then what's football going to do?
Independent.
Just
independent.
And you know what? I kind of like that they said, you know what, we screwed up. Let's go back to the way it was.
Basketball never gets to make the decision, but they did for them.
So, I don't know. Good for them, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I would like to see...
It certainly bucked the trend.
Maryland and Rutgers. I would like to see everybody just go back to the way it was when I was a kid, which is what everybody wants, right? The way it should be. I don't know. Jerry says, Eric Dickerson and John Elway, ACC legends.
Yeah, there you go. Tiger Woods. We can go on and on.
I hate that thing. If they start showing Christian McCaffrey highlights during ACC games and saying, we remember this ACC great today, Christian McCaffrey.
But everybody talks about the ACC. The others are doing the same thing. The Big Ten has just as bad a travel as those guys do.
Jamie says, Stanford has a huge following, and you're getting an academic school. A, I don't care about nerds. B, do they really have a huge following?
I have trouble with the term academic school. All schools are pretty much academic.
Supposed to be, right?
That's the whole purpose of them.
Yeah, so academic school is a, what do you call it? It's redundant, I guess?
Yes.
The same word? All right. Maybe we'll hit the scholarship discussion next week because
it'll still be relevant. I don't see how it works for the group of five in any way, but we'll tease that for next week.
That's great. Mac, you missing your racing?
Oh, gosh, yes. I don't even know what to do on Sundays. It kills me.
Is there any Xfinity or trucks or anything?
No.
Or is it all gone? It's all.
No, although the trucks could run because they're on Fox. But if they haven't run, now they might be running this week. I'm not positive about that. Nobody likes to program against the Olympics either.
Looks like Saturday, August 10th in Richmond will be the next truck race.
I'll be up there for Richmond. I'll be up there for the Richmond races.
For the races. Which one you going? Which one?
For the Cup race for sure.
Cool. All right. Let's see.
6 o'clock Sunday night, I think.
Anything else on your sports agenda right now?
Not really. I've already started doing my not a deep dive yet, but I kind of know potential games that I'm going to have. So I've got rosters printed and schedules. Not many schedules, but mostly I've got almost all my rosters printed that I could possibly do this year.
Well, you need to be like everybody else and do Mack's way too early top 25 and Mack's key basketball games and do all that stuff.
Well, yeah,
Coach.
that has always been a risky proposition, but now with the portal and everything else, I don't know how anybody does it. Now, you're sitting here with whichever one of these books that is.
Now this is Phil Steele, sir.
Phil Steele, Phil Steele. I mean, but none of them can be up to date. Not any of them can be up to date.
No. Jamie says, Coach Mack, can you watch speed walking? Olympic speed walking.
I watch it out my front window sometimes with the neighborhood.
You see it live?
Yeah, I see a lot of them.
Anybody taking bets on that?
My wife and I might bet on them.
Olympic speed walking. That's what's your favorite Olympic event to watch?
Oh gosh, some of the things, basketball obviously I like, but I don't, it doesn't feel like an Olympic event, because you see it in a different context all the time. Gosh, I don't know what would be. The track and field stuff is pretty cool.
I'm ready to get into that.
You don't see that much on TV with track and field.
Yeah. I'm excited to watch some of that. I'll get into the swimming. My wife was texting me about the gymnastics earlier, so. A lot going on. It's fun to follow. All right, Coach Mack. Somehow we are out of time.
We just sat down.
We did. Time slips through our fingertips.
I think you all are running the clock faster.
We speed it up when Mack's here. Mack, thank you, man. Have a good rest of your week.
We'll get to those scholarships and the other house implications next week.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir. There is Mack McCarthy joining us live inside the Pirate Radio studios. We'll take a timeout, come back. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live on the way after this.
Party like a pirate Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh!
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th at WeldonMillsTheater.com.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill, using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management, is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Want a great lunch with quick service?
Huckleburger.
Need a place to dine out with the family tonight?
Huckleburger.
The fastest full-service restaurant in town.
Huckleburger.
Huckleburger is committed to 3 core values: highest level of customer service, high-quality delicious food, and lightning speed. The Huckleburger menu features delicious burgers, cheesesteaks, chicken sandwiches, black bean burgers, salads, and much more. Huckleburger in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington.
Huckleburger.
Delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near the Cracker Barrel. You can catch a movie on Greenville's largest screen in the Elite Theater or take advantage of great deals such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays. Get your movie tickets today at gtcinemas.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style at Golden Ticket Cinemas. And choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. They're locally owned and operated. They do exclusive shipments so you don't have to share a truck, and they guarantee their delivery dates. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or call 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage, Pirates supporting pirates for over 20 years. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. It is Ticket Tuesday, brought to you by Toby Williams and Sailor Warehouse. And today we'll be giving away a family 4-pack to any Downey's Wood Ducks game this season. So coming up in hour number 3, stick around and we'll be giving you some tickets to go to historic Granger Stadium on us. Shirley mentioned Golden Ticket Cinemas a moment ago. Let me welcome in to the program, far left, Mike Mullis. Mully, how you doing today?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Doing great. Went to see Twisters with the fam on
how was
Sunday. It was a nice,
kind of like Twister,
fun summer movie.
Okay. Getting caught in a bunch of tornadoes sounds like fun.
Oh, it's a blast. My daughter liked it. My wife said it was not as good as Twister, which I saw, I want to say, in the theater, but I don't remember a lot of it. So I flipped it on last night. And Shirley, I'll bring you into this conversation. That cast was ridiculous.
It was an amazing cast.
I remember Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
Yep.
But you also had Jamie Gertz as Bill Paxton's love interest.
You had Philip
Seymour
Hoffman.
Carrie
Elways,
who's a great villain in it. And then a bunch of people you recognize and maybe don't know their names. But, like, I knew every single person.
Oh, yeah.
They went on to other stuff. It was an amazing cast. Mully, any interest in seeing Twisters?
None.
Are you not a big natural disaster movie guy?
No, don't really enjoy what. No, it's just not. I watch Twister.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, going by Wizard of Oz, I've seen the whole tornado thing and what happens, and I'm good.
Wizard of Oz, your favorite tornado movie?
I mean, of the two, that's the best one. I don't know.
It's not Sharknado.
I mean, now Sharknado was cheesy enough to watch it, but yeah, I'm just no, not my thing. Matter of fact, we've got a debate at the house. The boys want to go see the Twisters was discussed, but also the Wolverine Deadpool movie. And I'm not overly. I don't have a huge sense of urgency to see that either. It just kind of. I think it's going to be stupid, but
it is. So that it's not like
it's all deadpan humor, right? Yeah, but I just
rather risque, raunchy humor at the same time. Humor.
The kids will love that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's right up my alley. I mean, the first time I saw the first Deadpool, I was like, "This is everything I ever wanted in a superhero movie." So I'll go see it eventually, but I'm like, it's not for everybody.
Well, then you need to watch The Boys. Have you guys seen The Boys?
Oh my God!
No,
I've watched The Boys.
Yeah,
I've heard I should watch it.
It's basically that. But
I don't recommend it to anybody because it is the raunchiest thing I've ever seen.
It is. Yeah, I watched the first season. What's it on? Like season 3 now or something?
Yeah.
I watched the first season and kind of when it was over, I was like, all right, I'm good. But it's got some very. It's almost like who writes this stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost a sick mind to come up with.
Okay, so let me ask you the comparison clip. Have you ever seen the TV series or the show Shameless?
You know what? I have not.
I think it was on Showtime
I've been
or
recommended
HBO.
that quite a bit.
Okay, because I wanted to see, because I saw just a few episodes of Shameless and I was shocked. And it doesn't, there's not a whole lot that shocks me when it comes to watching stuff. But they threw me for a loop a couple times. So that's why I was going to ask, is it worse or about the same?
I'm going to say The Boys is the worst as far as like, not just what they say, but the things they show.
It's the combination.
The things they show. Okay.
It's the combination of some of the vulgarity, but definitely the gore and how they choose to kill people. And
I'm okay with that.
See, and they're superheroes, so they have special abilities to rip cats' heads off or whatever. I mean, it's
gosh.
just,
I'll tell you during the break.
That might be borderline for me.
Because Mully, if he didn't go past season 1, there's a lot of stuff he missed.
Yeah, and it was season 1 was plenty for me.
Johnny Stats says the Pirates basketball team is leading the Bahamas All-Stars 28-20 in the second quarter.
The stats to consider.
Let's go Pirates.
Hey, that meeting with the Dolphins must have really helped.
Yeah, had a nice little video that ECU put out earlier today.
The Bohemian All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Randy says, is Chandler on punishment?
No.
I'm right here.
What you doing over there, Sean? You don't want to come join the boys?
I'm right here, hanging out.
Okay.
And I also felt bad for Shirley having to do both. So
okay.
Was also talking to my great friend Ryan Malley with Wings Over.
Well, you are welcome to join in the conversation. Johnny says Vungo has 11 points. Jordan Riley, RJ, and Cam with 5.
Now, is that our team or the Bohemian All-Stars?
That's us, buddy.
The Pirates.
It's kind of hard to discern. A lot of new names.
One of those names is new. Jordan Riley. What's he, a transfer, John?
From Temple.
Oh, yeah. John Chaney. Speaking
John Chaney.
Of name.
Oh, my goodness.
Of words.
John Chaney.
What is that? You saying John Cena like Santino? Okay. Speaking of references and what we think of, let's do a Phil Steele thumb through with Mully.
All right. Stop.
Texas A&M.
I think of Greg Hudson.
I think of Greg Hudson's daughter, who is on the recruiting lead recruiter, whatever, Zapruder.
I think of more cowbell. Is that
Mississippi State?
Oh, is that Mississippi State?
Yes, because I was playing college football, and I had Mississippi State, and I thought my game had screwed up. I was like, what is this awful noise? And then it goes away when I'm on offense, and it took me a while to realize it was cowbells.
Okay.
And I couldn't even play with them in a video game. It's so damn annoying.
Yeah, just mute the TV.
Now, A&M has a tradition. Now, what is it, though?
They do the chant.
They act like a bunch of weirdos.
It's like a cult.
The night before.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I was thinking
of.
It's
a cult.
Yeah.
They do the cheerleaders.
Yeah, it's
thing.
the cheers. Yeah, whatever they are.
Johnny Football.
Johnny Manziel.
I think of.
Great documentary.
Mike Evans.
Miles Garrett.
Yeah, one of those Netflix.
The Untold Story of Johnny Football.
Miles Garrett. Who you think of with A&M? Anybody?
I was going to say.
How about A&M baseball, Mully? Anybody coming to mind?
Yeah, there's been some guys there. Obviously, the whole Schlossnagel debacle that just took place right in front of our eyes. They've had a number of players, obviously, over the years, but that's the one that right now just clouds my mind. It's kind of weird. It's, anyway.
Let me see.
Kyler Murray.
Find some big names for baseball? There's got to be some, right?
Kyler Murray played baseball for Texas A&M.
All right, good call, Sean.
Also, Ryan Tannehill.
Davey Johnson, if you want to go way back. Chuck Knobloch, great. When you think Yips, I think of Knobloch, one of the guys. He was a really good young twin.
Yeah, it's kind of the Twins when they were. That was what the pick. Don Gladden was their number one guy, and anyway,
I hated that team.
Gladden,
Kent Herbeck at first.
Yep,
pulled Ron Gann off the base. Dan Gladden was an outfielder. Jack Morris was like 50 years old,
yeah, he
throwing
just came from the Tigers.
160 pitches a game. I hated that team. A&M, according to Phil Steele this year, is set to finish at 9. That would be behind some SEC teams and behind the newcomers, Texas and Oklahoma. So Texas and Texas A&M will get back together again. In fact, they will play, I like this, Mully, November 30th at Texas A&M.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So while we're losing some rivalries, we'll gain a couple.
They have College Game Day week 1. Notre Dame.
Ooh, yeah.
It's kind of sexy.
Yeah. It's a good week 1. Y'all want to look at it real quick?
Sure.
I like getting fired up for week 1 of college football. We looked at week 0 yesterday.
Why you look that up, Coach? Or Coach?
You can call me Coach. I kind of like that. Nobody calls me Coach because I've never been a coach.
Clip, we need to bring up Brian Taylor to Mully.
Oh,
for Carter County, right-handed pitcher.
Brian Bailey was asked what's the biggest story he broke, and that popped in his brain.
Brian Taylor, number 1 overall to the Yankees.
Yeah,
from down in West Carteret or East Carteret.
If you need some cards, let me know. My dad and I have a ton of Brian. A ton.
Yeah, he made some bad choices.
So before that, do you remember him in high school and everything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How were you playing ball then, or what were you?
Yeah. He was a little bit older than me, but
he was older.
But I remember him.
So his name.
Yeah, I mean,
even without internet and stuff.
A North Carolina guy was number 1 overall.
Yeah.
It was kind of a big deal because he was one of the first guys I remember people talking about, throwing 95, 96. And
lefty, right?
That was on, now that I don't remember. But that was on the old technology, who knows what it would be now. But, he was a big-name guy. And
we talked about the bar fight. Apparently, the story was he was defending his brother.
Yeah, that's what I've always heard, too.
And then, Sean, you looked at his Wikipedia. There was some drug stuff.
Yeah, he spent some unfortunate time in jail. And the last thing I heard, I want to say he was like a brick mason or something, literally down there. But anyway.
What a number 1 overall pick by the New York freaking Yankees. Mm-hmm. And just had that injury. What was it? Did he ever even make it to minors?
Yeah, he got out there and played a little bit. And I want to say he was like one of the first $1 million guys, too. Like, he got a lot of money relative to the times. Of course, now you've got guys signing undrafted free agent deals for $500,000. So, I mean, It's just a crazy day.
When they were trying to figure out his contract and stuff, he threatened the Yankees by saying, I'll go play at Lewisburg College.
Yeah. So we were asking Bailey, was he committed anywhere? And Bailey said he didn't even remember it coming to that point where everybody knew, don't recruit this guy. He's going straight to the pros. But I guess Lewisburg was mentioned as, hey, I'll just go there.
And the times are so much different now because they had all these guys that are drafted in, Trey Savage being one of them, has until midnight on the 31st. Maybe it's 5 o'clock on the 1st. Anyway, don't remember the exact times. I think they've changed. But they've got until August 1st pretty much to sign a contract. Back then, they controlled your rights until the next draft. So, he could have gone to anywhere. Lewisburg, the difference in a junior college and a 4-year school is that you're only making the commitment for 1 year. You'd be drafted at any point. If you go to a Division I program, obviously it's 3 years. So
if he'd have done that, the Yankees would have still had his rights
until the draft. Yeah, but they could have tried to. It's kind of the whole thought process. You remember what the big right-hander from Vandy, Kubal Rocker did. His was not. He didn't have to go the year, but he goes. The Mets draft him. He goes out. They can't come to terms. He plays independent ball. Yeah. He doesn't sign before the deadline. He goes back into the draft. So,
all right. Real quick, week 1. Can you hang out another segment?
Sure.
Because there are things I want to ask you about regarding ECU baseball, scholarship numbers, things like that. Week 1 at noon. Y'all want to kick off the day with a little Clemson, Georgia?
Absolutely.
Does that get you going a little bit?
At Georgia?
Let's put that one in the Mercedes-Benz Dome, shall we? If that doesn't tickle the fancy, How about a little Penn State at West Bygod, Virginia at noon? You got, when one's on commercial, flip to the other. Nice little noon slate. 3:30. How about Miami at Florida? Been a great game in the 90s.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Not so great now.
Yeah, that might be a good game on the video game.
Yeah. Maybe not in real life, but it'll look nice. And the stadium will look cool. So we'll go with that. We go into the evening. 6 o'clock. Can I interest you in a little Norfolk State at East Carolina? Does that get you going, Mully?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. That'd be great.
Fired up. All right, we are in the 7 o'clock hour. How about 7:30 Notre Dame at Texas A&M?
You know, I wish that Clemson-Georgia game was on the back end of the day. It's going to be freaking hot. Well, no, they're indoors.
They're indoors.
Okay, they're indoors. But that would be a fun game to watch as the kind of winding the day down.
7:30, my Fresno State Bulldogs at the Big House taking on Michigan. Upset alert. Anything late night?
Yeah, who's the West Coast gang? Of merit.
New Mexico, Arizona, Wyoming, Arizona State. Yeah, not a great 10:30 slate. So
it's all right. I bet you watch.
And here is your Sunday and Monday. Sunday, USC LSU in Vegas. And then Monday, why? I don't know. Boston College at Florida State. It's gross.
Okay, makes perfect sense.
All right, there you go. Week 1. Let's take a break. We'll come back more with the Mully Man when we return. What do the scholarship numbers increasing? What does it mean for ECU and for everyone? We'll talk about that, roster sizes, things like that with the Mully Man. Back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Let me tell you about what we have going on this month here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have no payments for 90 days on all Ram and Jeeps. We have the huge discount on all makes and models. So we're here to make deals this July and make this summer sales event. Also, we have a huge selection, over 100 used vehicles on the ground right now. We're here to make deals, so come check us out here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little, save a lot.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Pirate Radio, your number one station for the latest on ECU sports. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
I was thinking about this the other day, Sean. You know what I like? What are some things that I like?
Gambling.
Wow, he went right. I mean,
yeah, I enjoy that. I like brackets.
Oh, brackets?
Yeah. I like
the first day of NCAA tournament.
The best day, yeah. I found out that something else I like.
Hats.
Love hats, Mully.
Hats.
I like a relay. I love a relay, whether it be you're passing the baton running or, in this case, we're watching the swimming. Mm-hmm. The 4x200 free relay final. But I love a good team event, like a relay. You with me?
Yeah.
Mully,
you're all about team.
You a relay guy?
Yeah, I mean,
you an Olympics guy?
Not really.
You're not.
I mean, I'll watch them if it's on, but I'm not gonna seek it out.
Yeah. I've watched quite a bit today. What do we see today? Oh, women's rugby, bronze, awesome. France won in basketball in come from behind fashion, avoiding an upset. USA plays tomorrow, as we learned earlier. Jamie says, calling people morons. Clip likes that. Well, I'm the moron today. So I got it right back to me because I thought basketball played at 3 o'clock. They don't play till tomorrow.
Well, I think what you saw, because I just saw something pop up, it's 3-on-3 basketball today.
Yeah.
Featuring Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer's on it?
They just showed him that's their Kevin Durant of the 3-on-3.
John, do you know who is on the who's on the USA men's beach volleyball team?
I have no idea.
Former Arizona Wildcat and NBA player. Who were you about to say?
Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby. Mike Bibby is old, dude. Chase Budinger. Do you remember that name?
Yes, I do.
College basketball?
Yes.
I remember him from Arizona more than the NBA.
It's been a long time since I heard that name.
But yeah, they got smoked today. He sucks. Get him off the team. But I
was
found
about to say, good for Mike Bibby.
I didn't know Jimmer was up there.
Yeah, they just
is that on?
That's today at like 4:30. Might be the event after the 4x2.
I wouldn't mind watching a little Jimmer action.
3-on-3 though, that's amazing to me that there's 3-on-3 basketball in the Olympics.
I got a text from my wife today. She said, Why is basketball in the Olympics half court only? And I said, that's 3-on-3.
So she could be right.
And she said, so when more people play, it's full court. I said, yes. And what was the other thing? Why can't the 3-on-3 team have a coach? I was unaware that they didn't have a coach.
I was unaware they had 3-on-3 basketball in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I thought that was just the big three.
Do we have baseball in the Olympics?
No, not anymore.
Why'd they take that away?
Man, I don't know. But that's something that may come back. Part of the challenge is it's obviously in the middle of the season.
If we're doing 3-on-3 and stuff like that, Mully, should we do like a derby? Should we
a home run derby
or
Olympic
wiffle ball?
Derby? Well,
Olympic wiffle ball?
Well, I mean, we got breakdancing.
What?
That is true. They got rid of Olympic softball too.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of sucks. But they added skateboarding.
Oh, well, now there's a trade-off.
Yeah. But there's like this kid. She's like 14 years old. She's from Japan, and she absolutely just shredded the competition yesterday.
See, I could be trendy.
Hey, Chandler, our buddy Randy Towson checking in.
Randy.
He said, would anyone like a Beat Randy challenge update?
Oh, yeah.
Has Randy been beaten?
No, he's not. They played at Bradford Creek on Sunday for the Blackbeard. He finished first.
Mully, you need to look into getting on that, man.
What's that?
The Blackbeard Tour.
Okay.
It's I love it just because it's an organized event. There's a leaderboard. There's a chance to, make something.
Cool.
We need to get
organized competitive golf organization. Very nice.
Newton says, is pickleball a sport? I would say it's a sport.
Well, they've got a pro league, and
I've never played.
No. Really?
Why would you say that?
You just profile out as a pickleballer.
Why do you got to say it like that?
No, I watch you shoot threes, so I'm figuring pickleball's got to be next.
Obviously, Mully, I'm not a great athlete, but I have like skills. I played sports growing up.
No, you got a pure stroke.
Thank you.
It just doesn't last long enough. Like the stamina's not necessarily there.
I'll take that.
But yeah, you can get it up.
You're right about that, my friend. Mully, speaking of getting it up, the numbers are rising on roster limitations across the board. Yeah, we got Mully laughing.
No,
all right, we'll move on.
It was pretty witty. It's not even that the roster numbers actually they are not rising. They some of them are falling. Actually.
Okay, I apologize.
Well, when you look at the fact of baseball is obviously nearest and dearest to my heart. But in football's going to 105, but scholarships going from 85 to 105, and baseball is going to what they're projecting at 34 right now, but a fully funded program would be allowed to have 34 scholarships. I don't know, I've had a bunch of people ask me kind of my take on it. I don't think we know enough about it just yet to know what the take needs to be, but I can tell you that a year from now, there's going to be a lot of folks. If the portal's already been flooded, you're going to see a huge influx of kids hitting the portal, especially on the baseball side, because a lot of teams right now are bringing, you're coming to camp with, 40, 45 people right now, 40, 45 guys, kind of over recruiting, and those days are going to be over.
Wait, are you saying so? Oh, okay. Okay, there's that part of it. But how about guys, if the school you're at is not honoring all of those scholarships and there's another school that is, now you're leaving to get your school paid for.
That certainly could play into it.
You're talking about the over recruiting.
Yeah, I'm just saying even past the 34. So let's just say every school has to cast off, let's just say for easy math, 10 players. That's a big number. The other thing, what's the logjam look like for the high school kid? So if you're a mid-major program, do you even sign kids coming into that class as freshmen, or do you sit back and go, we'll just see what gets, again, cast off from, the SEC or the ACC or wherever. So it's going to be an interesting time. And, the bigger question is when you look at schools like East Carolina, and we're not alone in this, where does this money come from and how do we compete?
That was going to be my next question. Knowing what you know, or at least thinking what you think, is East Carolina going to be able to honor all those scholarships?
I don't think there's any way out of the gate that somebody says, hey, okay, because again, it's not just It's not just the baseball making up the ground there, 22 scholarships, and then we're going to make up 20 in football. Right out of the gate, you're 42 scholarships. Basketball gets an increased limit.
Right.
Every sport at some level gets an increased limit. And then schools that have like tumbling and gymnastics, they're going from 12 or 15 scholarships to 40 some.
I was going to ask that too. I mean, some programs, some schools are going to cut sports, right?
Oh, 100%. They're not going to have a choice, right? It's just going to be a pure business decision. Or they may not cut them. They may make them club level sports,
right?
Which is that just as bad? I don't know. But it's going to certainly yet another thing, and that's what's all so wild about all this is the landscape is changing so quickly. It's kind of like you I was talking to a coach today. It's kind of like you're afraid to ask what's next, and I don't know where else they could go. And then the argument comes in baseball is 34 enough, enough players, enough bodies. If you go into fall baseball and I don't even know what your breakdown would be. Would you bring in 12 strictly pitchers and hope that you could bring in 3 two-way guys? And I don't know how you construct the roster, but how do you inter squad? How do you don't have those freshman arms or those young arms to get on the mound and give you looks? A lot of the your upperclassmen are coming off of summer ball campaigns and kind of need to be shut down or at least really conservatively used.
Mack left us with a parting shot because we were going to talk about this and we had to table it for next week because time slipped away from us, as it tends to do. But he said, I don't know how this is a good thing for your group of 5 schools. So is this another separator?
100%. I think it's the final wedge. I think that gap between the group of 5 and the Power 4 just became the Grand Canyon. And I think that is the ultimate separator. And now what'll be interesting is to see how it's managed at that group of 5 level, where you go, okay, let's say a baseball program, hey, we're not going to go to 34, but we'll go to 20. Okay, we'll find a way to raise another 8 scholarships. How are those 20 used? Because in baseball, as the rule is right now, you have to give a minimum scholarship of 25%. You can't give it. Used to be you could give somebody books, or you could give them, you could give them how you could break it up however you want to break it up and try to touch the most guys. Now it's okay. You have to give them 25%, but you can take that 8 and make it into 32 scholarships plus your 12 that you already have. It does give you a little bit more creativity, but the reality is I think you're going to see that obviously the power programs, the programs that we see in Omaha like this past year, they're going to have their 34 scholarships.
So we're not even to the paying the players yet.
No.
That discussion. This is just the scholarships.
That's correct.
Which is a whole nother deal.
That's right.
And a whole nother Grand Canyon that you mentioned a moment ago.
That's right. Yeah. So man. It's it's one of those deals where a lot of programs, even in baseball and programs that are in North Carolina, Carolina being an example. Their baseball program, their kids they may be on no scholarship, but their school is paid for through NIL. So for them, now if they go out and they can solicit endowments and they can, create these scholarships, can the NIL go back into the bigger pot? And now you're giving a kid a scholarship because it's allowed. You've got the money to do it. And now you take that NIL pot of money and it still gives you an opportunity to pay a player. So it's going to be really interesting to see how it all shakes out. And again, a lot of things that most folks just don't get yet. I find it really, really interesting, and I've read up on it and talked to a lot of folks that are in the business every day and are way smarter about it than I am. And the overwhelming sentiment is, yes, this is bad for the quote unquote mid majors. And how does this thing? How is it managed, and where does the money come from at any level that you're not just sitting on coffers of cash?
Mike Mullis joining us, Pirate Radio Studios. They just introduced Captain America, and here's the rest of his team. Jimmer Fredette and the USA 3-on-3 team about ready to take the court. Who are these guys, Mully? And do you have to be 30 or older? I've seen everybody introduced so far. Now, that guy doesn't look like he's in his 30s.
I think, was this like dudes playing at the Y?
Maybe.
And they're like, man, you guys are pretty good. And we got Jimmer Fredette, so he gives us a little bit of name recognition, and you guys come play with him.
That guy is 31. The entire Serbian team is 30. I wonder if one of the rules is you got to be 30 plus to play in this thing.
Well, it did show age up there.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. That's kind of.
I tell you what, Jimmer's looking fit. I would take USA here. So I'm going to watch this for the first time, I think, ever coming up. Chandler, who did we say yesterday? We did a would you rather have Jordan Love or who was the other quarterback? Do you remember?
Oh, Tua.
That's the big talk right now, man. Everybody's talking about that.
They both got paid over the weekend.
Yeah, that's why the comparisons are out there. And
who do you think we took, Mully?
I would hope you would take Jordan Love.
We did.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And should we feel...
No, don't feel dirty. The reality is, number one, Tua can't stay healthy. Last year he got through it. Number two, I don't know if we're, and I thought about this when I saw somebody else talk about this. I'm like, are we having flashbacks to Tua being replaced at Alabama? Like, do we feel like maybe everybody thinks, yeah, he's pretty good, but he's not that guy? I mean, I think the better question is, do you take Tua or like Dak Prescott? I think that's the better question, because I think Jordan Love's body of work puts him in elite company for one full season.
And also his body. He looks like a quarterback, whereas Tua, the lefty's a little smaller. I don't know. Mully, you have done a turnaround on Love, and for good reason. He's shown you
he
that
was
he can do
so
it.
bad early on. I mean, so bad, but he has certainly figured it out. He is the poster child for draft him, let him sit behind somebody, and let him get better. And I'm going to tell you, I am so glad Aaron Rodgers is not a Packer. He just continues to do stuff that you're like, man, I mean, dude, you're 41 years old. You're coming off an ACL. Who knows if you could even still play? You weren't very good when you were healthy as a 39-year-old your last year in Green Bay, but he still manages to draw the spotlight through his antics and just doing what just comes across to me is just dumb stuff.
Mully, quick hitters here as we wrap it up. Thoughts on Connor Norby getting traded? No shocker to any of us.
No, good for him. Playing time should be ample. He's not going to play in front of many folks in Miami, but he'll get a chance to get on the field. And the reality is, he goes in there, puts up some numbers, signs up, gets a contract that's meaningful, and it provides him some stability and longevity. That could change a lot of things. And there's nothing that says he can't be traded away from Miami as well. So good for him. I think it's basically a working debut.
I think I was looking at it probably wrong. I think you said it correctly. My first thought was, what a crap organization he's going to. But bottom line for him is, if he gets to play, hopefully he gets to play. If he does, he puts up his own numbers. He kind of makes his own number as far as a contract. And
no, and the Marlins are going, listen, you're calling us a crap organization. He could have gone to Oakland. He could have gone to the White Sox. There's some organizations out there that make the Marlins look like a really healthy, profitable operation. So it's not the bottom of the barrel. He can certainly see the bottom of the barrel, but the biggest thing is it's an opportunity to play every day.
And Chandler and I were talking about this last year. We want to see some playoff Gav. We want to see Gavin Williams, like when he took the ball in his younger days against Campbell here on a Monday night and was throwing 100 miles per hour. We're getting closer to that because the Guardians are kicking butt, 65-42. But Gav, maybe his best outing as a pro. Now, only went 5 innings, Mully, 90 pitches. But how about 2 hits, no runs, only 1 walk with the 8 Ks?
Another interesting side note there, and a conversation that was had today was about Gavin Williams with another friend, and he was like, I remember when he was playing at a travel organization, blah, 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 and they cut him. Because he went and pitched against a team out of Indiana or somewhere and gives up 7 runs in 2 1/3. They cut him. He comes to East Carolina. East Carolina does an incredible job of developing. And I'm telling you, man, that COVID year, that chance to go out and have 2 or 3, 4 outings, whatever he had, and then go back to the lab with a guy like Jason Dietrich and really, kind of hone his craft, especially as it relates to the breaking ball and the ability to throw strikes. Man, he was a whole different guy coming out of that year, and he finally grew into his ability.
John, the Panthers release Bryce Young. They can get either Jordan Love or Trevor Lawrence. Who are you taking?
Jordan Love or Trevor Lawrence? I'm going Jordan Love.
I think I'm going Trevor.
Either one is a significant upgrade.
Well, yeah, but Are you right now? Do you love enough to take him over anybody? Or
yeah, I'll tell you, I will roll with him. I mean,
over Trevor.
Yeah, I think he's a lot more electric than Trevor. All right. And I like Trevor Lawrence. I think he's more the old school pocket passer, kind of stereotypical guy. Jordan Love is multidimensional and has proven that he's figured it out. And we'll see what the season holds. Remember, the beginning of last year, he was really, really good. Then he would have a kind of an off day, and then he would be good and have an off day. But the last, 10 or 11 games, 10 or 12 games, he was really good. I think he ended up like 4,000 yards last year or something. And I mean, he just had
and the big stage.
Yeah,
he looked great on the big stage.
Oh no, well, Dallas, man. If you take the stars off the helmets and put them in another uniform, they suck. And everybody wants them to be something, but they're still the Cowboys. And they don't have the money to do what they need to do because Jerry's just leveraged the entirety of the organization. But and quite frankly, until Jerry gets out of the way, it's just going to be what it is. It's kind of the Al Davis thing.
Mully enjoyed the sports chat today.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you next week. Mike Mullis will take a break, come back, wrap up hour number 2 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. USA up 4-3. This is a wild sport. Watch this, Mully. They score, and the other team just dribbles it out, and we keep on playing. There's no stoppages of play. 3-on-3 basketball, folks.
Nobody's checking it.
No checking. Back with you after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week with live music.
It's another great lineup this week at the Buck. On Wednesday night, enjoy an acoustic performance by Eric Dunlow and Jake Mitchell. On Thursday, enjoy line dancing and karaoke. On Friday, it should have been Cowboys. And on Saturday, it's the Jake Sutton Band.
As always, ladies and free all weekend. Finish off the week with cornhole starting at 3 p.m. on Sundays. Y'all come get bucked up.
The Parks and Recreation Trust Fund has supported local recreation, North Carolina state parks, and coastal access through grant funding since 1994. This allows our beautiful state parks to maintain the quality that you've come to love. Enjoy all the outdoors has to offer, like hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. Visit ncparks.gov for the latest information and a calendar of events. Thank you, North Carolina, for your continued support for the last 30 years.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, it's summer sale time at Russell's in downtown Washington. I'm Rhonda Lyons and I have reduced prices on all your favorite men's and women's merchandise. Shop your favorite men's apparel at 20% off and all ladies merchandise is marked down 40%. It's our summer sale, save big and come see us now while selection is good and prices are even better. Because at Russell's, it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Party like a pirate, Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring entertainment by Greenville's 90s country tribute band, Should Have Been Cowboys. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh! Pirate Radio.
Remember, in a pirate ship, in pirate waters, in a pirate world, ask no questions. Believe only what you see.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. And they are open 7 days a week with live music every night of the week. And they've got another great lineup of guests coming up this week. On Wednesday, you can enjoy a acoustic performance. If I can find the name of it right here. Give me just a second. There it is. An acoustic performance by Eric Dunlow and Jake Mitchell. And then coming up on Thursday, you can enjoy line dancing along with karaoke. On Friday, Should Have Been Cowboys. The band that's going to be performing at our Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is going to be taking the stage around 10 p.m. on Friday. And then on Saturday, it's the Jake Sutton Band. And, of course, all weekend long, ladies, you get in free. Just go to the Bucks Instagram and Facebook page for the latest information, and we'll see you at the Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
The Buck. Right now, Serbia and USA tied at 3-on-3 basketball at 9 apiece. And these guys are pretty good. Men's
volleyball is getting pretty heated here. USA and Germany tied at 2 sets game. Set 5. So this is the 5th set.
I like
so
the
2 sets apiece, and USA up 8-5 in the 5th set over Germany.
Let me see if I can find that.
It is on the USA Network.
Okay. Wonder if I can get it on my Peacock here.
If not, go to YouTube TV because it's up there.
Yeah, I'll just stick with 3-on-3, I reckon. All right, John, flip through. We go to the Bluegrass State. Now, why is it called that?
The Bluegrass
Is there
State.
really bluegrass?
Is it referring to maybe the music? Are you talking Kentucky?
Yeah.
I would think it might be the music instead of...
Now, why is it called bluegrass music?
Oh.
It is known as the Bluegrass State, a nickname based on Kentucky bluegrass, a species of green grass introduced by European settlers for the purpose of grazing in pastures. Okay, a species of green grass. Well, why is it called bluegrass? Very, very confusing.
Maybe from a distance it looks bluish, maybe?
Kentucky football, there really is.
Says here the name comes from stories of settlers claiming the grass had a bluish hue when seen from a distance in the sunlight.
A pinkish hue is a Seinfeld reference. A rosy glow. John, there's only one player you should consider when thinking Kentucky football, and that player is...
The hefty lefty?
Jared Lorenzen. 100%. He is the guy. Although, a guy that Mully pulled for a while went to Kentucky. Randall Cobb Any other Kentucky players?
Will Levis.
Yeah. Mark Stoops has done a nice job there. What year is he entering as head coach?
At Kentucky?
Yeah.
13.
Close, 12. It has been a while since he's been there at Kentucky and has turned them into a formidable foe in the SEC, although this year, with the addition of some new teams, Kentucky picked by Phil Steele to finish 11th.
Didn't defensive end Josh Allen go to Kentucky?
Yes, that sounds right. I like Kentucky football because they're usually the underdog, and I can get behind them there. Speaking of Kentucky, I didn't watch it, but I followed it via social media. La Familia played against the Ville last night in the basketball tournament. It was Kentucky alumni versus Louisville alumni in Freedom Hall. So, like, there was some energy in the building, and Kentucky's alumni ended up winning, for those that care.
Kentucky's alumni was which team? The La Familia or the Ville?
Yes.
Okay, because they're showing the replay of that game on FS2.
Yes. And Kentucky got the win. They got some very recognizable names from there, like Willie Cauley-Stein, Eric Bledsoe, a lot of guys you would recognize.
John Wall.
Montrezl Harrell playing for the Ville.
Kinston's Montrezl Harrell.
Tarboro.
Yeah. Sorry.
Eastern North Carolina.
Eastern North Carolina.
Skip
legend.
said Jared was jelly at the quarterback position. He's no longer with us. R.I.P. Chad said, we're getting into Chad Titan season. He said, respect Will Levis, Clipper. Don't just say, eh. Right now, Will Levis.
I already threw him a bone earlier by saying Ryan Tannehill.
Will Levis is a to me right now. Where's Ryan Tannehill? Is he still in the league?
Definitely hasn't retired. Maybe just a free agent.
Ryan Tannehill says he's a Titan.
I think he's still on the team, but he just doesn't have his job anymore. It's like Levis, Ryan Tannehill, and then
the guy from Liberty.
Yeah, Malik. What's his name?
I want to say Malik Fleming, but he was a former point guard at ECU. Malik. Chad, 2 questions. I really don't care, but for this conversation, is Ryan Tannehill still on the roster, and what is Malik's last name? Skip's in the house. What's up, Skip?
Skip.
We got Ryan Tannehill, free agent. Would you like for the Panthers to bring him in? Who's the Panthers' backup?
Andy Dalton.
Okay. Did you see enough of him last year?
Andy Dalton?
Yeah.
Saw him for like maybe 1.5 games.
I'm saying.
And he looked good in the Seattle game.
Oh, Chad says, what you talking about, Willis?
Oh, Malik Willis.
Yep, that was a bad pick, huh?
Yeah. It was their first pick in the first round.
Was he a first rounder?
No.
Malik Willis.
No, he was definitely he was their second pick. I don't know because
I don't think he was a first rounder
because they also picked Tajay Spears from Tulane.
Which, by the way, so they got Pollard, but Spears could be a popular fantasy guy this year
for sure.
Faux show.
Yes, he was dominant at Tulane and had a pretty good rookie year last year.
Yeah, he was exciting when he came in. Boy, I'm doing a horrible Google job here.
What are you, Chandler Honeycutt?
I spelled Malik Willis's name wrong, and it just threw up a bunch of other people. He was picked 3rd round, 86th overall. But I remember going into that draft, there was a lot of like, hey, watch out for Malik Willis.
Yeah, watch out for that guy.
Because he was dominant at Liberty, right?
Yeah. Is Caden
Hauser?
No.
Norman?
No.
Caden Norman will be on the show Thursday.
Salter.
Yes. Yeah, what about him?
Is he going to be like a Malik Willis?
I don't know.
Because he was dominant last year.
I tell you what, Sean, Let's look at a 2025 NFL mock draft and just see who's up there.
Okay.
Let's go. We'll go Bleacher Report because that's the first one that popped up.
I'm going to look at a different one.
Number 1 pick, the Giants select Carson Beck. Number 2 pick, defensive player from Tennessee. I kind of just want to look at quarterbacks. Panthers take a tackle from LSU. The Las Vegas Raiders take Shedeur Sanders. Really? Huh. Any other quarterbacks up here? Jalen Milroe goes 7th to the Seahawks. Commanders take Travis Hunter, Colorado. That's kind of sexy. Commanders getting sexy with it.
Okay.
See, any other first-round quarterbacks here? So, not the best quarterback class, it appears. Will Howard, Ohio State quarterback, to the Steelers. Another boring Steelers quarterback. What do you think about the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh this year with Russ and Fields?
I'm
intrigued.
I'm seeing different videos, and I hate this around this time because they always show videos of these guys throwing to people, and it's like half-ass walkthroughs, and they're like, man, throwing darts. They showed one of Justin Fields throwing a deep ball to somebody the other day, and they were like, hey, this guy could really have a breakout year. Maybe new scenery, which I always am interested in new scenery. How can guys do in different situations, different atmospheres? But I think maybe Fields can be that guy for Pittsburgh. That guy, pal. But can you see Russell Wilson as a backup quarterback?
No, but I would much rather have Justin Fields right now than Russell Wilson, I think.
Yeah.
Just I still feel like he could be exciting with the right coordinator. By the way, USA just got smoked by Serbia in 3-on-3 basketball.
It's already over?
Yeah, 22-14 the final. Smoked.
Was it first to a certain point?
I'm guessing 21, John.
Good gracious.
It's over.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over.
Thanks for coming to France. This is pool play, so I guess it's not over, but this game is over. Let's take a break. When we return, Bryce Williams will join us in the Pirate Radio studios. It's report day for the ECU football players. What does Bryce remember about that? What does he remember about day 1 of fall camp? We'll have some of those fantastic memories. Also, Ticket Tuesday. We're giving away a family 4-pack of tickets to the Down East Wood Ducks. Go see the Woodies at historic Granger Stadium before they leave. More to go. Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3 after this.
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
This is your What's New update brought to you by the new Greenville Auto World. What's new? The new Greenville Auto World has new owners, a state-of-the-art service repair facility that can help you with tires, state inspection, AC repair, and more. Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle and offers great monthly oil change specials. What's new? You making a service appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 across from the Speedway of Bells Fork. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th at weldonmillstheater.com.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Daydreaming of being on the water? The Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington is your place to get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter, and we are stocked up with the best selection of everything for the summer. Come in today for a new pair of Bahio sunglasses or a new color turtle box. You going fishing? We are stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
UBE and PirateWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
Wings Over has been upgraded. Check out their new website at wingsover.com, their brand new ordering experience on their app, and the improved loyalty program with easier rewards to achieve. Sign up today to get monthly promotions directly into your account. Wings Over has not only upgraded the ordering experience, but the food as well. Coming soon are brand new sauces, a revamp of the traditional buffalo sauce line, and new food items. Keep an eye out on their social media platforms for updates and special promotions. As always, Wings Over is open for lunch every day, and it's open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Wings Over, they deliver.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you ready and pre-approved that the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. We've got Shirley Rhodes here, Chan's here, and nobody's here to my left.
Wait.
Whoa!
Wait.
Here he is.
Better late 2, 3, 4.
I saw the light. I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'm a brand new man. Bryce Williams is in the house. What's up, Bryce?
Oh, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
Real quick, going back to our last segment, we were looking at a NFL mock draft for next year and said Washington was taking Travis Hunter. Joey, what's up, Joey?
Joey Caca.
En el centro, Oyo de Gloria.
El Caca.
Shirley, can we get some Joey, please?
Sure.
All right.
1 moment, please.
1 moment.
Caca.
Hizo una caca en el closet de su novia.
Ahí está, en el centro.
Hoyo de Gloria.
Puedes pintar este violeta.
Good to hear from you, Joey. He said, leave Travis Hunter for Carolina. Now, I don't know if you understand how drafts work and records work, but in that particular mock draft, the Panthers had a worse record than Washington. Therefore, the Panthers picked before Washington. So we don't leave players for teams that picked ahead of us for lower teams, for worse teams. Chandler, can you talk to Joey and let him know how the whole operation works? How the worst teams pick ahead? Because again, y'all were terrible and then didn't have a pick. So maybe he doesn't remember how the draft works. But if you could let him know, I'd appreciate it. And if you're trying to get a job with them, you should understand how this works, Joey. Skip has a question, and Skip, I'm about to flame you too. Have you seen Raheem Jeter's high school tapes? This young man deserves a look. His flaw is he looks the receiver through the routes. Skip.
He did say he was a good youngin'.
Skip, can we at least save this guy should be playing calls and texts and messages until the fifth quarter? I think Mike Houston and the staff know what they got at quarterback. I'm pretty sure, too, that they've seen his high school tapes. I would be shocked if Mike Houston and John David Baker have never looked at Raheem Jeter's high school tapes. So, yeah, I have not seen them personally. I'm going to assume that every quarterback playing in college football had amazing high school tapes.
No, for sure.
Now, Bryce, well, what do you know? Oh, yeah, you played football. How was your high school tapes?
I think it was pretty good. I think I had a pretty good highlight.
Did Ruff see them?
Honestly, I don't think. I bet. Actually, they may have seen it after my freshman year at Marshall or during my freshman year at Marshall. Oh, I hurdled a guy for a tug, so I don't know. Decent.
Skip. Cameron says, I think he would be a good shortstop on the baseball team, too. So what is this? Our new Holt Naylor should play tight end thing? All right. Anyway. I appreciate y'all. Love joshing around with you here on Pirate Radio Live. All right. It is, what do you call it? What do you call it today? Report day, move-in day, sign-in day? What do you call it?
I think it was report day.
All right.
Report day.
What does that mean?
That means, at least I don't know how they do it now, but for us, that was you get all your stuff packed up, get your goodies, say goodbye to the normal life for a few weeks and move into the dorms and get comfortable. And the long day start.
Yeah.
But that also means football's right around the corner, and it's exciting. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Everybody,
fun.
Yeah, I mean, like the dorm was cool. Everybody gets to kind of hang out after practice and stuff. Now, during the middle of the day, nobody's looking at. When you after practice, you go and you lay down and you sleep, and then you wake up, go to meetings, eat and all that. But evenings, which depending on the time we got out, you sort of hang out for a little bit, just relax, and especially like. Sophomore, junior, senior year, like it was a breeze. Enjoyed it. I'd get back.
It gets better. It kind of, for a second there, sounded like when I, putting in tobacco during the summer with my dad, like because you get up early, and it's a tough, hot day at work.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, we close the barn, we're done for the day.
Yeah.
And then. You go home and eat and go to bed and do the same thing again. And it's it is a never-ending cycle, it seems like it's
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's funny, I may have brought it up, but speaking obviously it's sign-in day. Well, Zay, was my roommate, his freshman year. So it's just funny, like, thinking of Zay now versus him as a freshman at ECU. He was, asking me, I forgot what it was, but almost like veteran advice. Yeah. Like, hey man, how is it? What's it like? And all this stuff. And I don't know. It's just funny.
You were just like, leave me alone, kid. Or whatever.
Yeah, it was just funny. I tried to answer him the best I could.
Yeah.
I think if Zay flashed back to that, he said he'd obviously put a very country tone on mocking me, not mocking, but like mimicking like what I was telling him and stuff and whatnot. But it is funny thinking back to, just the camp days. I got a funny picture of Stuart. Like he's just like in his dorm room, like, let's go. It's pretty funny. Especially like the last day in the camp, like in the dorms was fun. We would hang out and stuff. And
back when you were doing it, Bryce, what do you remember as far as what percentage is conditioning, what percentage is football?
We of course had our conditioning test that first morning early, and you got to pass that, technically before you practice and stuff like that. But pretty much everybody would. You would condition. Goodness gracious, after walkthrough, that first few periods of practice seemed like conditioning, because you're doing routes on air and all these different sessions of practice, and you're daggone worn out, and you got that. But then you will condition after practice, which was never really too fun, but you just kind of did like doing the gassers and stuff.
So this is new coordinator, 2 new quarterbacks, a lot of new receivers. You got familiar faces at O-line and running back, but a lot of newness. So how much, and what do you remember about it, but how much do you think going on now is their homework being done as far as like playbook and stuff, or is that stuff figured out?
They'll do like install days, from what I remember. Obviously what they did in spring, obviously will carry over. So the guys probably locked in pretty good, and or should have locked in good, with the grasp of the playbook in spring. Fall will definitely be install. Like you'll do your first down, like first and second down plays, your third and longs, your fourth quarter. Like they'll just sort of slowly implement sections of the playbook, for the guys. So you don't just get it all thrown at you at one time. And then, of course, as the season comes, there's always different little things they'll add to a certain play for certain schemes of, who they're playing.
If you had a question, like, would you go to DK? Would you go to Lincoln Riley? Or would you go to Shane? Like,
it would definitely be... No, I don't think I ever asked Coach K. I think it was you ask... Shane, one of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, start there.
One of the vet receiver. I would ask, Hardy or something.
Yeah.
What do you have? Or Zay. There was still during the season, I go, yo, Zay, on this. But like I said, fortunately, the offense we ran was very just easy. It was easy, very effective, and just you didn't have to think too much. It only got a little tricky. Like if I was to play H. Like my junior year, sophomore year and stuff, like if I got moved to H for a special circumstance, I'd be like, wait a second, what's H have? Why I was locked in on that. But you do kind of forget, especially if it's not a play you've ran a lot, you got to like really go back to the archives and say, okay, what do I did? And you just literally think of like the, what's it called? The board, dry erase board, where you're doing all the plays or whatever and trying to just think back to what it was.
Sean, there is a guy that we've waited a little bit for him to kind of break out, be a big time player that we've heard a lot this offseason. I think you know who I'm talking about. That guy would be at the receiver position.
The breakout.
Whose name have we heard a lot this offseason?
Anthony Smith?
No. Returner.
Oh, Chase Sowell.
Okay, I really thought we'd be on the same page.
Jari Patterson.
We're not. Yeah, it's Jari Patterson.
Dang, John, you locked in, bud?
I am. I just didn't know. There's so many to choose from.
I thought that, and that's me. I set up something that we had not rehearsed. I thought we'd be on the same page. We're not, and that makes us both look bad. Mostly me as the host of the show.
Because, we've talked about Anthony Smith a lot, Chase Sowell a lot, but lately we have talked about Jari Patterson.
Thank you. Bryce, do you recall during your playing days a guy that would get it done during the spring game, a guy that had a huge offseason, a good fall camp, but then for whatever reason it never translated to the field? Because we have those guys every year at East Carolina, the spring darlings, the fall camp darlings, and it just doesn't come through. Kind of putting you on the spot here. But
Were you here during Terrell Green's time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just liked him because he was so dang tall.
Yeah. But he also had good springs.
Yeah, I waited for him forever to be the guy.
Yeah,
it just didn't.
It is. I'm trying to. I mean, if I thought back, give me a little time to think about it. But yeah, I mean, there's those guys who just they do great in practice and, like you said, spring, fall camp, and then something about it in the season, they just fizzle out. They just don't rise to the occasion.
Okay, well, think about this one. Who was a terrible practice player, but anytime he got on the field, or does anybody even come to mind like that?
Yeah, nah. If you're not doing good in practice, you don't even get a chance to, go on the field. I mean, of course. There's day like if you have like one bad practice, like you feel like, okay, what's going on? Like, but thankfully we've, our group of guys, we're pretty well established. So
I was going to say, like, Hardy was locked into his playing role, but then again, he was probably one of the best practice guys too, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, we all were just on it, literally, we got to the point like it's in our, I'm just speaking solely to like the inside receivers. I mean, you drop one pass in practice, it was like, oh, what's going on? Like really? Everybody was like, we would question it. I mean, because it just would not. It really would not happen.
And you and Shane are buds and were buds. Did he ever get on you? I'm sure at times he had to get on the guys. Right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's some times like say if we were kind of being sloppy, like our routes were sloppy and like whatever may go, or incomplete passes or a drop ball. I mean, Shane would definitely like say, all right, like, let's lock in. And we had those days, where it just seemed like maybe it wasn't fully focused in or whatnot. But like I said, I feel like those are very few and far between. As far as, like I said, even as far as our completion and stuff, like we really just didn't have any. As far as like the starter guys, like we did our thing.
So you've got your eye on the finish line if you're a player right now, saying, all right, it's a Wednesday, July 31st. We gotta make it to week 1.
Oh God.
Does it, man, how long does that month, 3 weeks feel?
Oh my gosh. Like that first little bit, like you feel like you try your best not to look ahead, but it's inevitable. We're all like, man. Like,
and you say it's only.
Yeah, because they give you the itinerary for camp and you're like, oh my God, you flip that page. Look on the back of the front page. Look at this page. Like, oh my gosh, look at your days. And it's like when you had days where, like, it felt like such a break when you got off at like 6 p.m., 7:30. But, it would stretch into, 8 o'clock hour and stuff. And you definitely are like, my gosh, we have such a long ways to go. But then all of a sudden, think about it, it's like, dadgum, it's already here. It's like, we have 1 week, we're doing game prep. The big thing is just to focus on each day when you're in those situations, for sure. I mean, it is.
We'll print out that baby, but that's always fun to look at.
Yeah.
And even this looks long. I'm sure your itinerary looked 10 times longer.
Oh yeah.
But as you can see, Bryce, they get underway tomorrow, and we'll be out there around 11:50 talking to Coach Houston. Got the first scrimmage coming up on the 10th, and then the second scrimmage on the 17th.
Yeah. And those scrimmages, I mean, typically are definitely exciting. You'll have your starters do your thing, but we'll be in, you're fairly in briefly from what I remember, like the starters, you'll pretty much know who's established because they won't finish out, the scrimmage typically. Kind of let the young guys maybe do their thing. But some of their practices are 2 hours and 10 minutes.
You want to avoid, this is more of an NFL thing, a rest, but college and NFL avoid injuries this time of year. Sore subject, hate bringing it up, but what do you remember about Ben Kurt's injury and like how it do you remember how it even happened?
I think I did. I mean, it was during obviously one of the practices. I think, right? Oh man, I'm trying.
Pretty dang close to the start of the season.
Was it because it was during fall camp?
I remember them breaking.
It was during fall camp.
I remember them breaking the news about it. This is my senior year of high school, but there was an article out somewhere, and it said it was a non-contact injury, and that's when I was like, all right, this isn't good.
Yeah. So the February 26th, an article comes out, or not February, August 26th. So you're looking at about a week before, or
golly.
something like that. And yeah,
that I think it must have been just a.
But that was a freak deal. That wasn't
yeah.
like, hey, we're pounding our quarterback or anything that. So those things can happen.
Now he's dominating college football.
Do you follow him on social media?
Yes,
I need to follow him more because he's showing you how to play the game as a real quarterback.
Yeah, he's doing that. I've seen a lot of things where he's, I guess, tweeting or posting something about like all the other, like something was like who's ever top 10 receivers in the NFL and stuff. He's posting things like that. I mean, things get like 10,000 likes, and I mean, that's crazy what he's got going on.
Here's an old article on Redact the Colors from a Ben Kurt appearance on the Sports Bar hosted by Clip Brock on Pirate Radio. He said, quote, "I'd just been cleared from my torn ACL. Was excited to go on the field and prove myself to the new staff. They said they were going to name a starter by the end of spring. That's how we went into spring ball. By the end of spring, I felt like I had done enough to earn the job back. I still had 2 more years left to play. That's how I felt going into it. I went into the office and asked when we would find out because we were told it would be the end of spring. They were just telling me, we're going to put it off till fall camp. And at that point, I get that. And if they wanted to compete all the way through, I can do that. But then they said if it didn't get figured out by then, we would go into the season with a 2-quarterback system." So, Ben Kurt, this was the year after you had left. This was Scotty's first year.
Okay.
His decision to leave East Carolina. So, went on to play well at Virginia.
Yeah.
Get a cup of coffee in the NFL, and is now doing good with his, I guess, streaming stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
So, Ben Kurt, what could have been here at ECU? A lot of dominoes there, folks. A lot of things happening.
Yeah.
As to why ECU is still, some would say, I guess, still fighting to get out of the rut that we've been in for really since 2014, I guess, and part of 2015, which all kind of started with the Ben Kurt injury.
Yeah.
If you want to look at it that way. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back more with Bryce Williams. As we go to break, Shirley, let's make somebody a winner. What caller are we looking for here? Caller 4, 317-1250, 317-1250. We're giving away a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the Down East Wood Ducks on us. Go see the Woodies at historic Granger Stadium. Thanks to Toby Williams and Cellular Warehouse. We'll have our winner and more with Bryce when we return after this.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center and a short distance away from Downey-Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous badass margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with Not Your Mama's Deviled Eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the bacon cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates!
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates!
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailor Show.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
Pirate Radio, serving the great community of Greenville and beyond with the best content on air and on digital. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callinublu.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. And congratulations to Pam Odom. She is our big winner on our Ticket Tuesday giveaway. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Got the MLB trade deadline special going on ESPN. Big news today. Connor Norby, former Pirates second baseman, traded from the Orioles to the Marlins as the Orioles bolster their starting rotation with Trevor Rogers. I guess they bolster it. He does not have stellar numbers this year, but they add a lefty arm for Norby. Just hope he gets that playing time and will be able to be an everyday guy and put up some massive numbers. Also, shout out to Big Gavin Williams. Great performance today. Goes 5 innings, allowed only 2 hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts, and just 1 walk. Maybe his best performance as a starter for the Guardians. They win 5-0 today over the Tigers. It's good news, Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce, I thought of a question for you during the break. We were talking about 2015. So Lincoln Riley moves on to Oklahoma that offseason after 14. Carden's gone, Hardy's gone, but you got Zay, you got some players. Would ECU have won more games? Because you won 5 in 2015 in a crazy year with a lot going on. But would ECU have won more games with Lincoln Riley as coordinator and a quarterback duo of Blake Kemp and James Summers, or Dave Nickel as offensive coordinator with the starting quarterback that was supposed to be there, and Kurt Benkert? Which situation of those two wins more games?
I'm probably gonna have to say Riley, dealing with the Blake Kemp, James Summers saying, and I think Riley probably would have stuck with Kemp as the quarterback, utilized James where needed. And obviously Riley had was coordinator for really that group of guys for 3 years, I guess. With me it would be 3 years, 3 or 4 years. So, and he already knows how to utilize. He has experience as an OC. I think I'm going that route. Coach Nick, did a fine job, but
that was his first time. That was his
first time under the gun, really as a coordinator rather than being a position coach. So I'm definitely going Riley. I mean, it would have been nice to have that because of the experience he already had with really us guys for those few years.
And who knows? And of course, R.I.P. Unfortunately, Dave Nickel left us way too early. But man, how much better does Kurt Benkert make him look as a coordinator?
Right.
Where he's not having to go with two different guys he didn't think he'd have to play at starting quarterback.
Right.
So again,
for sure. I guess I could see, with Kemp's one style quarterback, James is another. So again, Coach Nichols having to figure out. I feel like it'd be jumping around the script trying to figure out what play is gonna. One, obviously, it's situational as well, but like what's going to fit the quarterback and stuff like that. So.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like Caden Hauser and Jake Garcia are similar enough where you don't have to kind of abandon what you do on one side with the other. Mm-hmm. But when you've got a Kemp Summer situation, they are two very different players at quarterback.
Yeah, most definitely.
Tough spot to be in. Mm-hmm. Bryce Williams joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios as we get ready for day one of East Carolina football practice. And I don't know, John, it's day one. We're not going to get a ton from Mike Houston. Anything you want to know from Coach? Anything you're interested in day one of fall practice tomorrow?
Just how's the energy from the guys day one? Do you remember how excited you guys were on day one? I know it's a long drag for fall camp, but you got to have some excitement just knowing that football's officially back.
Was there hooting and or hollering going on?
Of course, well, yeah. I mean, from our louder mouth buddies on the team, Zeke. I'm not gonna say. But yeah, the defensive guys definitely with us were more vocal, and then the O-line had some vocal guys. It's super exciting. I'm sort of just thinking back to it now. It is. I mean, you have the excitement of the season. It's a new year. Obviously, you have a lot of things you want to try to achieve. And obviously, it's football season in Greenville, and I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. It is. It's a great time. I wish I could go back.
Usually, your defense is going to have some talkers, but then you go on the offensive side, it would be the diva wide receivers, right? In that room. So, but Hardy, it seemed like he never would say anything, probably.
I mean, Hardy, Cam Worthy, Lance Ray.
Now, Zay seems like he would be a little cocky, maybe, but I don't see him as a huge talker.
Yeah, Zay wouldn't really talk.
And you wouldn't say anything.
No, I wouldn't.
Y'all are damn boring.
Yeah, we just kept it low key. I mean, we really didn't. We're not very boisterous, I guess, as you say. We just, I guess you say, let our play speak for us, and which worked out. But it is funny actually think about our whole. We didn't have really a Showtime receiver as far as like the way they acted or anything like that. It was just more than our play.
Because that's coming years after. Y'all grew up watching like Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco and a big influx of talk me guys. And y'all were more, I don't know, Isaac Bruce. Or, the guys that never really said it.
I guess the tight end. Who was the tight end? Or never mind. I'm thinking of the tight ends who never celebrated. They just kind of flipped the ball to the ref and moved along. But I cannot think of who. Maybe I'm thinking of
loudmouth tight end. I mean, Shannon Sharp, obviously. If you know him today, he was awesome. He was like Tony Gonzalez, I guess, kind of.
Was he fairly?
Tony Gonzalez never said anything.
Yeah, I don't think
that might be who you're thinking about.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
He's a hand the ball to the ref guy, basically.
That's what I'm thinking of then.
And he kind of changed the tight end position, I guess. But I think Shannon Sharp, for me, was like the first one where I saw like a true specimen athlete playing tight end. Because growing up, when I was growing up, tight ends were mostly blocking like big guys. Shannon Sharp was like a freak athlete, and now everybody. I'm interested to see what Georgia boy does with the Raiders. Brock Bowers, who was a dominant player in college. Can he translate that to the NFL?
Yeah.
You need to watch that Receiver show on Netflix.
I know. I need to try and find. It's just called Receiver.
Yeah, because it's got Debo, it's got Justin Jefferson, and it's got Amon-Ra. Oh, I was telling you about that. But because we talked about Amon-Ra and his dad was the bodybuilder.
Oh,
and stuff. But Kittle is like. He's kind of a trash talker, but he's also just like a knucklehead. Like he just has fun, basically. Like he is having the most fun he could possibly have in life, and it's so cool to watch a guy like that playing football. So, huge Kittle fan. We might have addressed this before. Bryce, Jamie wants to know: have you ever had a teammate you didn't like?
No.
I feel like you got to do a lot for Bryce not to like you.
Yeah, not so much in college, Yeah. There were just a few defensive guys who seemed to be a little aggravating on the field. But no, nothing. Nobody I didn't really like.
Who's an opposing player that we might know that you played against that you didn't like?
It's hard to.
Opposing team.
There was,
if you want to go more in general.
One guy from Florida, he was seeming
Deontay Fowler?
No, his name was like Antonio something, number 3, I think it was. I remember him being a little aggravating.
Just talking.
Time. Yeah, but actually, I think that's when is that when I encountered him at the Senior Bowl? Maybe that was when it was. But since I didn't really interact as much with the players, verbally, I guess I never built a. I think there's a few guys who were kind of annoying, but.
So when you saw him at the Senior Bowl, were you like, was there a issue or something? Or?
No, I don't know what it was. It might have just been in practice. He was annoying. It's something.
Oh, you're saying that might have transpired at the Senior Bowl?
Yeah, I think I was like, God, you're a pain in my butt.
Bryce is too easy-going to be a football player, it sounds like. You just kind of go about your business, right?
Yeah.
Johnny Hoops. Johnny Gardner says 21-point win for the Pirates today. East Carolina playing basketball in the Bahamas, Bryce, against the Bahamas All-Star team.
Oh,
Puedes pintar este violeta.
And you can paint it purple.
I would love to know how he's keeping up with this because I don't think it's streamed, but
there's probably updates on social media unless Johnny Stats and Johnny Gardner. And hey, Johnny Gardner probably does have some back channels he can work through. He's got a guy on the beach that's checking him out. But I don't know. But that's good news. Any win is a win, right?
Yeah.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Basketball team.
I can't find. I don't care.
Yeah.
Chandler, see if you can find it. Bryce Williams joining us, Pirate Radio Studios, as we get ready for football. Let's do a thumb through real quick.
I was going to ask that.
I like the old thumb.
Oh, this is a good one for Bryce.
Oh,
we have highlights, bros.
I like that you included both of us instead of bros, plural.
We got some highlights on East Carolina men's basketball.
Good. Let me know what you see.
Doesn't show the score, but yeah.
All right, let's break down Wake Forest. Bryce, any tas to Wake? I mean, they were local to you, right?
Yes, they were real local to me. I did get recruited by them.
Recruited.
Unfortunately, they never pursued me. Unfortunately, and then John Wofford.
Yeah.
I was with him at the AAF, and that's
good QB.
Yeah, and he's I think still locked in with Tampa Bay, maybe.
We've talked about them with Mack and just kind of going through them, but I asked the question: has Dave Clawson peaked at Wake Forest? And I think Mack said it because that sounds negative. Mack put it a better way: they have basically overachieved. Like Wake Forest probably shouldn't have been 11-3 in 2021. Or won 8 games, or 8. So they've probably overachieved, honestly, with what they have. Now they've got money and all. I'm not saying that, but their stadium,
it's
the way they kind of fit in with the other schools in the ACC.
Yeah, I mean it's Wake. I don't know. I've been to a few games. It just doesn't seem like a very exciting place.
As Mack said, you go to a Virginia Tech at Wake game, it's going to be 70% Hokie fans.
Right.
You go to a Carolina Wake game, whatever Wake game,
it's
going to be the opposing fans.
It's like Wake, I would feel like maybe is the Vanderbilt of the ACC,
Which is why 8 is huge.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my goodness, yeah.
And I do love their coach. They've had some great quarterback play with Sam Hartman and Barnett before that. Chandler, any players come to mind? What was the receiver's name? Was it Michael Camarero? Remember, I played with Wake quite a bit on the video game, and he was my go-to receiver. I want to say he got a cup of coffee in the NFL.
Y'all remember Aaron Curry?
Oh, yeah. He went top 5.
Aaron
top
Curry
5.
was a linebacker. I believe played for the Seahawks.
Never did much in the NFL. But he's
top 5 for sure.
4th overall pick of the 2009 NFL draft, and made it how many years? Played 3 with Seattle, 1 with Oakland, and that was it. So just never really made it. He is an inside linebackers coach for the Steelers. So good for him.
Yeah.
Butkus Award winner in 2008. He was an All-American, All-ACC guy, Aaron Curry. Also, was he Patrick Pinckney's cousin?
I believe so.
I think that's right.
There is a relationship
Reggie
there.
Pinckney.
Because
Did you see that somewhere?
I saw, as a personal.
Because where does it say he's from? Because I want to say he's not too far from me. Is he from Fayetteville?
Reggie?
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
He's his brother. Curry is the son of former Lions and Colts defensive back Reggie Pinckney.
Oh.
That was Patrick's father, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's his brother.
Interesting.
And
I kind of forgot about Wake Forest.
That's
Yeah, he went to E. Smith High School, which is Fayetteville.
So Conley played E. Smith in basketball in the playoffs one year, and me and all my buddies made the trip to Fayetteville, and it was like we walked into the gym and there was a record scratch. Like it was, and then E. Smith went on to like dunk all over us for the entire game. It was a neat experience, I'll say that. Me and because we took like 20-30 people with us, so we all just rolled in the gym at the same time, and it was a weird moment. But there you go, E. Smith. Yeah, Wake is kind of forgettable, Bryce, and I'm interested to see Dave Clawson in his 11th year. Kind of surprised he hasn't moved on to somewhere that maybe supports football a little more, but it's a pretty cushy gig. Maybe he's getting the money he wants, and again, he's had a lot of success there. So there you go, Wake Forest on the thumb through. We'll take a break. Man, we got some outdoors updates for Bryce. I got some stuff to show you.
All right.
When we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going planking!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com. Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates!
There's a special deal at US Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
The Holton Ehler Show.
ECU quarterback Caden Hauser.
What stuck out about this offense that makes you think you can be successful in it?
I mean, it came from offense where we're really run heavy, so I didn't feel like I got my talent used as much as possible as far as the throwing side. So I feel like this offense and this environment, being able to use my arm and my ability to put the ball down the field is something that I'm going to be able to go to in game and have confidence in doing. And I'm excited to go do that. So that's why I feel like this is the place to be, and I'm excited to be here.
The Holton Ehler Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio. We work like captains.
And I'm your body captain. You are going to put on your dancing shoes and rock it.
And party like pirates. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Can A-Harp tell us about the Fleet Feet rundown real quick? Because he's going to be a part of it.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Thank you, Alex. First up on the Fleet Feet rundown today, little Pirate Radio Outdoors. And shout out to some interns / former interns. We'll start with Zach, who is quite an angler. Bryce, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show the watching audience as well. But can you describe these catches from Zach? What do you think we got there first?
Speckled trout.
You got a speckled trout, okay. He's got a few more there.
Wait. Yeah.
Same thing?
2 gray trout.
Okay. And there's one more if you want to flip over.
The old flounder.
And a flounder.
Nice.
Solid catches there, would you say?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. And then let me give a shout out to our buddy who was 0 for. I want to say he was at least like 0 for 7, 0 for 8.
Jeez.
But Alex Harper called his first. You never forget your first.
No.
What's he got there?
That looks like a little channel cat.
A little channel cat.
Yep.
And I'll show, here's Alex's first catch, folks.
By himself, well, I guess, yeah.
And he was very, very happy with himself.
Hey, he's got the bug now, and he's going to be on it.
And you want to show Zach's too, John? All right. We'll go through Pirate Zach's here, who has that baby right there. You see that? Had him a double fister there. And then caught him one of them boys, too.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to our young pirate anglers out there catching some fish.
I know. Take a kid fishing, you know.
Bryce, with fatherhood going on, you've been able to get out on the water at all?
I have not been out on the water, unfortunately, but I'm still dabbling in any sort of outdoor thing I can do. I was prepping some duck decoys this weekend to get ready for duck season from a long line. So trying to stay ahead of the game on that. And I guess, some fairly decent news. I sold my boat, with the kid, priorities change.
Oh, yeah.
Sell my boat. But that's just to get a bigger one. So
I knew that.
yes.
Had to make more room.
Yeah.
Family getting bigger.
More room. She wanted a T-top. So I was like, oh, okay. So sold my boat, which was great. Had a lot of, feedback. A lot of people, were interested in it, but sold it for what I wanted for it. And now I'm realizing that I'm going to need a bigger boat. So I'm still in the Blackjack family, but just going to the 256. So that should all be, hopefully I get it this weekend. So we'll see.
Speaking of the family getting bigger, part of that family is your 2 dogs. And I know you got a little youngin right now, so it'll change as the baby gets older. But what is how are the dogs handling the new addition?
They're fine. They don't really pay much attention, especially Sonny doesn't really pay much mind. Grady, if he gets the opportunity, he'll lick on Davis's feet. But he don't. But I was trying to get Davis to bring him to Grady to lay on him, but Grady just gets up and leaves. I'm like, well, dang, bud, it's your brother. So maybe once he's a little bigger and Grady realizes he will
crawling around and playing and stuff.
Say he will give you attention, Grady.
Yeah.
So, but they're doing fine with it. Just give them some licks.
All right, let's get a quick National Day update because this is something I've done. Kind of. It is National Climb a Mountain Day. Now, I was at Craigmont, a church camp as a kid, and I remember we walked up a trail on a mountain. And I'm going to count that as me climbing a mountain. You guys ever climbed a mountain?
Yeah, I did.
Climb every mountain. You have climbed a mountain?
Yeah, I've climbed Pilot Mountain.
You ever done the rappel thing, Bryce?
No, that would be fun, though.
You into that?
I would be, yeah.
It is National Whistleblower Day. It commemorates the day our founding fathers recognized the need to protect those who report corruption where they see it. So in honor of that, let's all say something we know about pirate radio, because we have complete autonomy to say it, to blow the whistle on some bad things going on around here. Bryce, you got any dirt?
I feel pretty good. The water has been in had plenty of water.
No water issues.
It's no water issues. Give me a moment. I could probably find something.
Shirley, we're not going to ask
snacks.
You. No, okay. You want more snacks? We're not going to ask Shirley.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like you would have a real answer. Get us all in trouble.
No, the only whistleblowing I would say is too many French fries. Clipper.
I eat too many fries?
Yes.
Wait,
you go to you go to the fast food restaurants and you eat a lot of fries. And I feel
don't
like
think
you
this is
shouldn't do that.
whistleblowing, Shirley. This is just calling me fat.
This is insulting.
No. I'm not shaming him. I'm just telling the truth. I feel he eats too many french fries. That's the truth.
All
That's whistleblowing, is it not?
I don't think so.
Nah, I don't think so.
How is it not?
But
It's revealing something that other people don't know.
You have opened my eyes, and I will remember that next time I'm picking a place for lunch.
The next time I come in with a bunch of fries?
No. The next time I'm going out to get lunch, I'll be like, I don't need those fries.
Hey, can I get some French fries? You know what? Never mind.
I feel you could use a little more variety in your diet.
Okay, we get it. Tyler said that is a true friend right there. Thank you, Shirley, for looking out for me.
I'm looking. You know me. I look out for you.
What type of French fries do you like the most, though? You waffle, steak, the thin ones, crinkles.
Shoestring.
Do tater tots count?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
is that
'cause he's a big tater tot guy.
I mean, they're not fries, but tater tots. You know.
That would be my choice of fried, greasy potato.
Yeah, you are a big tater tot guy.
Shirley, enough.
No, I wasn't being facetious when I say that. I'm just
like
saying
waffle
you
fries.
wouldn't choose between like a waffle fry or a shoestring fry because you're a tater tot guy.
I miss O'Cool's because they're bacon cheese fries. Yes, Shirley, I put bacon and cheese on my fries too.
No. I agree with you. They were great.
They had waffle fries, bacon and cheese fries. They were waffle fries.
Some of
They
the
were
best
awesome.
bacon cheese fries you will ever have was from Professor O'Cool's.
It is National Father-in-Law Day.
Were you
Bryce,
not
you
gonna
get
ask
along
for my
very well.
whistleblower?
What do you got? I'm a little scared too now.
No, he's going to throw me under the bus.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Not all these segments are live.
Oh, now that is a good one.
Oh my God.
That is a good one. In fact, are we live right now? Of course we are. I hope you're having a great Monday.
Uh-oh.
Did I say Monday?
Oh,
I
my
meant
gosh.
Tuesday. National Father-in-Law Day. You get along with yours quite well.
Yep,
right?
very well.
Mine is passed on, so R.I.P. Jimmy. National Cheesecake Day.
Oh.
Apparently I need to lay off that, too.
That was not how I intended that.
Jamie says Clip has a fry problem. Tyler said gonna go cry over an order of fries.
French cried.
Jamie said, I'm having a French cry. Jamie says, this is a sad ending to today's show, but I'm laughing for some reason. Jamie loves when I get taken down a peg. I started the show by being a moron, looking for a basketball game that isn't until tomorrow. I end the show being called a fat ass.
Hey, look, Clip, I know the Olympics are in France, but you need to lay off the French fries.
All right, I'm going to go run a lap. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.
Oh, man.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Pitt County Schools is in the people business, and we are hiring. If you're looking to make a difference by helping us ensure the future of Eastern North Carolina, we invite you to be part of our dynamic team. If you're just starting out or exploring a career change, the doors of one of Pitt County's largest employers are open for those seeking competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities. We offer learning support and advanced leadership opportunities to better prepare our educators and skilled labor force. If you want to be part of an award-winning school system that focuses on educating students and growing our employees, we encourage you to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you higher. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org, and help us engage, empower, and elevate through 38 schools and one community.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Party like a pirate, Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl.
In case you didn't know, baby, I'm crazy about you.
The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
This is Coach Gary Overton, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow was up 203 points today and closed at 40,743. The NASDAQ was down 222 points at 17,147. And the S&P fell 27 points and closed out at 5,436. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right, wrapping it up here on a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Bryce, you can try to make it out to some practices here?
I will. Actually, I'm going to try and make it out to one. At least one. Got to. Maybe when they do pads or something.
Yeah. Sean, you'll be there when they get it rolling on Wednesday. I'll be out there to talk to the head coach of the Pirates, Mike Houston, around noon. So we'll have that for you on our social media accounts and have it for you Wednesday, 3 o'clock right here on Pirate Radio Live. Exciting stuff. Looking forward to that. For Shirley Rhodes, Sean, Bryce, I am Clip Rock. Talk to you Wednesday. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. This is the Pirate Radio Podcast.
And welcome into the Pirate Radio podcast. I am Shirley Rhodes on episode 27 of the Holton Naylor Show. Holton had a chance to talk to the new offensive coordinator for ECU football, John David Baker.
Coach, welcome in. I opened it up with Coach Houston 2 weeks ago. I'm just going to straight up ask you, who's the starting quarterback?
You know, anytime I go anywhere and talk to somebody, that's the first question.